glass left between you and me. Oh no, it wasn't waiting. Oh Lord, it's only drowning. Cascades, the sweetest taste, devotion, desperation, need. Impaled, you lay a tall, crooked beauty, light exploding from the broken spaces. Blinded, I stretch the chain's length, bone and sinew ripping, your tears and lashes fluttering, great wings of love and death. Bled and scrambled about the snarling, suspended bed of brambles, searching for perfect, unblemished fruit as an offering. Forgetfulness of purpose bested him. It was not perfection, but sweet, ugly, nourishing orbs dancing before him. He forgot recognition. The angled, batting wings, musty and sin, the gift of no other air. Twitching audible silence, screaming terrible reverberations through his body. Nobody but they would know a thing. Perfection, the gift, began to fall. All the robins came to dance upon the chest, to wake the body again. Glowing red-breasted orbs glinting, tears of was and wasn't. Tiny dancing nails. What grace and integrity. Your heart guiding locked messengers. Your infiniteness tingles as it dances up and down the spine. Lay in your quiet, in your silent breath, and shiver.
Holy shit. Imagine being on time to your own stream. Couldn't be me. Couldn't fucking be me. Impossible. Impossible. Hi everybody. Good afternoon, evening, morning, wherever the fuck you are. It is good to see... It is good to see all of you in chat tonight. I have so many lovely homies. Before we get into the fucking meat and potatoes of the stream, let me give lots of love to all my homies in chat here tonight. Chance Nesby VT, Pinko Pongo Poogle, Nick's Nightfall, motherfucking Space Buffoon, Postmod Art Pod, Monty Moel, Cray Current, all of you guys, and Monochrome TV, and Ted, my co-host, all of you. Wonderful to see you guys up in chat tonight. Love you all. You're all the best. Mwah. It's gonna be awesome. So, I had to get some pizza for dinner, but the pizza took extra long for them to make when I went to go pick it up. So I gave him like a $5 tip, because it's like, listen, all right, y'all are getting stressed enough as it is. Labor Day coming up. I'm gonna give y'all some of that extra. So, I got pizza, came back, ate it while looking at something stupid. Now here I am. Me and Ted are all raring to go. This is gonna be an interesting stream. Haven't really played a Metroidvania on stream before, so I'm excited to see how it's gonna go. That is about all there is to the intro. Next is I'm completely normal about Blasphemous. It does seem very, very Nick's core. Also, love you too, Chance. Thank you, Mono. You are also the best. Without further ado, let us get the fuck into the game. Or let's get into the bar first, and we'll see what's gonna be happening after that. Hi everybody. Welcome on into tonight's stream. I'm Too Much Sasha, the Chernobyl Battle Maid. For those who might be new to my stream, I cook, clean, and hunt all out of the back of this bar for the right price. And when I'm not doing any of those things, I play spooky and shooty games. Tonight's game is it's a little bit spooky, I think. But the point is, it's a Metroidvania with apparently a lot of influence from the Souls series. So I'm here with my co-host, Ted _E _ depending on who you ask. Ted, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great.
Holy shit, you're huge. Give me a sec.
I'm big. I'm large and in charge, and I'm so excited to be on this stream with you.
For real?
Oh yeah. I've got a serious love for both Metroidvanias and Souls-likes, so Blasphemous is very much up my alley. I adore this game.
That's awesome. I remember seeing a lot of people I was friends with talk about how much they loved it when it dropped. And I was like, yeah, this game seems cool. I'll get it someday. And then I did. And I was like, damn, I finally got Blasphemous. I'm gonna play it someday. And I waited. And waited. And waited. And then I forgot about it. So, here we are.
Yep. And then I saw it sitting abandoned and ignored in your Steam library, and I could not let that transgression go on any longer.
Well, yeah, I know why you suggested this. You saw it in my Steam library and suggested it because originally I was gonna see if we could play I Divine Cybermancy, and then you said we were just like, you know, I Divine Cybermancy is a commitment, dude.
Yeah.
I Divine Cybermancy is a fucking commitment. So we were like, well, let's play something. Also, great. Hello, Nick's Nightfall. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub. 6 months. Enjoy your nice little gold icon there. Has it already been 6 months since you first subbed? Good God, that's some scary shit, homie. That's some scary shit. Give me a sec here. Why are you all weird?
Am I?
Not you, my webcam.
Ah, I see.
My webcam is not centered, it would seem. Let me fix this. That's better. Just had to make sure my shit was centered all right. Chance says Nyx is scary. It's in their job description. That is true. And Nyx does love the gold. Why is... Give me a second. There we go. But yeah. So, Ted, would you want to tell, like, while I get you a shout out and your socials, would you like to tell everyone in chat who you are and what you do?
Oh, sure. I am well, I exist on platforms like Twitter and Discord mostly, and I code travesties like TuesdayBot in the Sasha Discord. You might recognize that. Also, currently the coder-in-chief, I suppose, for Lizards Every Hour.
Yes, and you resurrected Lizards Every Hour, which I am internally grateful for, by the way.
I will never let fucking that person take away our beautiful bot account if I can help it.
Yeah, homie straight stepped in and was like, I'm gonna fix Twitter myself.
Yeah. I'll fucking do it myself if I have to, I don't care.
Very, very good.
Yeah. I also play video games and have a lot of medium take thoughts.
Nick says that makes you their hero, Ted. Nick loves lizards.
I'm so glad.
God damn. This is gonna be a good time. This is gonna be a good time. So I'm gonna be honest, actually. The main reason I didn't really pick up Blasphemous was because I didn't really fuck with the color palette of it. Like, I don't know, Blasphemous's color palette at a glance just kind of looked a bit, how do I put this? Nauseating, I guess?
Yeah, it dips pretty heavily into some like really drab earthy tones and then like some kind of nasty greens and reds, I think.
Yeah. It's a little bit grimy, a little bit stanky looking. And I don't know, it's very easy to turn my stomach these days, thanks to a combination of acid reflux, T blockers, and a decreased tolerance for like stuff that's a little bit more abrasive to the eyes. I've dropped a lot of games just because of like their color palettes, Fallout 3 and Body Count being examples. Now I'm sure people in chat are going, the two people in chat who do know of Body Count are going to tell me that is honestly like probably the least of someone's concern if they've installed and are playing Body Count, but you know, it is what it is. But I will say this game does look interesting, and I think it's like dithered pixelated art style does look extremely unique, and it looks suitably brutal, because I talked about this on stream at the end of Stalker Tuesday, and I remember telling it to Ted when we were booking this stream, but I would like to say it again to chat. I have a weird little dysfunction with Metroidvania games. So, my first Metroidvania game that I played technically was Metroid on an NES emulator back in, like, I want to say, like, high school or whatever. Unless you want to count, I don't know, like, the like, version of the Metroid that you could play on the Wii back in the day. But after that, like, my first real Metroidvania was Symphony of the Night, which I played on its Xbox 360 port, back in, I think, 2013? I want to say 2013, or 2014. And I loved it. I loved Symphony of the Night. I thought it was amazing. But after that, I've had a weird dysfunction every time I play a game that is a Metroidvania. I pick it up, and I play it for like an hour or two, or however long it takes for me to have to go to bed or do something else. And I say, wow, this game is amazing. I love this. It reminds me a lot of Symphony of the Night. And then I put it down, and then I go play Symphony of the Night. It happens every single time. Every time without fail. I got like a couple of hours into Hollow Knight. Wow, great game. Love the art style. Love the gameplay. I'm gonna go play Symphony of the Night. I picked up Bloodstained Ritual tonight. Wow, great gameplay. Great soundtrack. Great story. Great everything. I got like 6 hours into it. I'm gonna go play Symphony of the Night now. So I told Ted, it's like, there's like a 99% chance that when this game, like, stream is over, I'm just going to, like, spend the next day just playing Symphony of the Night instead. Because it's that good. But I am interested. I'm not going to, like, hold any game to this standard. I'm not going to go it and be like, man, is this game gonna dethrone Symphony of the Night for me? But I am gonna be like, I wonder if this is the game that finally breaks that curse for me. No, why should it be Guacamelee instead?
Oh my goodness.
I will say, when we were talking about this, and I relayed my love, consequent love of Metroidvanias with Ted's love of Metroidvanias, and also my love of FPS titles, I stated a game that we need to play at some point is Power Slave, which is an FPS for the motherfucking Sega Saturn, ported to PC by Night Dive recently, because its build engine port back in the day sucked. But ported to PC by Night Dive, a Metroidvania boomer shooter that actually predates Symphony of the Night, but does not predate Super Metroid. So it's an interesting little dichotomy. That might be a fun rainy day game to come to. But for tonight, I'm excited to get into Guacamelee. Wait.
Hold on.
Sorry, Ted. Didn't I tell you?
Oh.
Didn't I tell you? Did you guys actually think we were going to play Blasphemous?
Well, I mean, I did read up on my Christian scriptures before the stream, so I hope I didn't do all of that for nothing.
I think those will still be applicable in Guacamelee.
Oh, perfect. All right.
Nah, I accidentally read Nix's chat message while announcing what we were going to be playing, and then I just rolled with it. What if instead I was just like, Ted, tonight, you get to go one-on-one with the Galactic Federation in I Divine Cybermancy.
You know what? Hell yeah.
You would be like, I wouldn't blame you for just being like, all right, it's been nice being on stream with you. Goodbye.
I'd buy that.
Nah, you underestimate my power. Part of the appeal for I Divine Cybermancy for me is that it's made by a bunch of French hooligans, who are my people, and so just. Oh man, just seeing shit that I understand tickles me in a unique way.
A bunch of French hooligans who may or may not have just read a bunch of Warhammer 40k codex while on some type of psychoactive substance, and then reading bizarre, obscure philosophy. And you know what?
I think
it's cool.
Yeah, I think it was literally based on their like home game of like Warhammer. It was
yeah, it's debatable on whether or not the supposed tabletop game that Divine Cybermancy is based on even exists. Many purport it to actually be super fucking made up, and considering the very unnatural tendencies at play within Strumon Studio, I find that highly believable. But we're not here to talk about We're here to talk about Blasphemous. Because it is actually about to be an hour out from when we were supposed to start. Because I spent a half hour eating pizza.
Yeah.
So Ted, are you ready for motherfucking Blasphemous?
I mean, yeah. God, I hope so.
Are you guys in chat ready for motherfucking Blasphemous? I fucking hope so. So, let's get into it, shall we? Now, I do have it screen shared to the chat, but not to Ted. Let me fix that. Grant access. Here we are.
My eyeballs.
Yeah. Here you go, Ted. For your eyeballs. Ooh. Oh, hey, published by Team 17. Man, they're killing it with the publishing. All right. Let's see these accessibility options. Controller vibration, screen shake. Honestly, being able to turn off screen shake, probably a good idea. I'm going to keep it on for a minute, and I like that they disabled the achievement pop-up, actually. But hold up, if there's an achievement pop-up option in-game, that must mean it's, like, stylized in the game's UI, right?
Presumably.
I'm kind of interested in that, actually. Oh, wait, you know what I should do? You know what I should do? Because I'm playing this game on controller, I'm gonna bust out my my gamer machine here.
Oh yeah.
Which I need to repin to my vest because otherwise it's pinned to my boobs and jiggles more than it should. My real life boobs are not that jiggly. Wish they were though. Who wants to help me with that? I don't.
Only.
How would somebody feasibly like? Oh, VSync, yeah, turn that shit off. Can we go for borderless? No.
Yeah.
Scaling mode. Ooh, there's scaling modes. Oh, this is cool.
I forgot there's ARTFX as well.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not doing that. In a game where I was already talking about how the color palette might make me a bit queasy, I think that's the easiest way to have me jumping off the stream and just vomiting all over my fucking gamer keyboard.
Yeah.
So we can't start a game, but we can start a pilgrimage.
This game is a pilgrimage.
Man. Hey there, pilgrim, or whatever the fuck that guy said. What the fuck was that? I relate a lot to that one tweet where the idea is like you say something that's supremely unfunny or stupid, and then you pretend to have like to be completely ignorant, so you look around really fast and go, "Who the fuck said that?"
Yeah. Gotta save face somehow. The opening cutscene. I don't know if you've seen this or not, but it's good.
It is not the sun rising with our sins. Whoa, Anonymous said that? I thought they said expect us. Who the fuck said that?
This is my guilt. I claim you, grievous miracle.
Grievous miracle. Oh,
Chest hurt with regret.
I didn't expect this to have voice acting.
Fought your punishment and nail it deep. Shame
Wow, this is surprisingly well done.
once again.
Ooh. Huh? You know what this reminds me of, Ted? And as a Frenchman, I'm hoping you might have some familiarity with it. A very, very old DOS adventure game thing. She turned to stone?
Yep.
Huh?
She turned to stone when the light touched her.
Ah.
Repentance.
You know what? I'll save my thought until the cutscene's over.
Pain of the
I'm also going to move you because you are unfortunately obscuring the cutscene text a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I'm just gonna like move you all the way down.
Yep. Let me just shuffle away a little bit.
There we go. Here we, homie is disembodied.
kind were visibly and intangibly manifested everywhere and in all of us.
Huh. So this particular event had repercussions that were felt far and wide,
Of punishment,
introducing untold misery.
that divine will
I see a monster from Dusk was there.
could not and will never be able to unravel was called the miracle.
You know, I wouldn't really call something that like introduces untold suffering to mankind the miracle.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm starting to
Yeah.
see where the Dark Souls comparisons come from. You know, it's really good to see a game get compared to Dark Souls, and not like because it's hard, but because of its like harsh gothic aesthetic. Like
Yeah.
gothic to the point of like this is like grindhouse gothic, dude.
Yeah, it's intense gothic. Like, I think a good way to describe the aesthetics is it goes past like Christian guilt fully into like existential Christian angst. That's
Yeah.
what this feels like to me.
I've heard there's a lot of similarities with like Catholicism in this game's like sort of mythologies.
Yeah. It's
Ah,
very on purpose.
consume a flash to recover your vitality.
Hmm.
Find empty vessels to increase the amount you can carry. Ah, okay. Yeah, now I'm starting to see the Dark Souls comparisons a lot more. So, the like limited color palette animation style of that cutscene reminded me of an interesting little game. Oh, the sound effect of my character wiping his forehead. Jesus. It reminds me of a little game you might know of called Another World, or Out of This World, depending on what country you were in. It was a DOS adventure like sort of game thing that was known for having a surprisingly like cinematic kind of style for like a DOS pixelated adventure game. And it had a really cool story, and all of the art was insanely well done for like, you know, like a fucking like 16-bit DOS game. And all of the art was done by basically the game's like essentially like the sole creator of it, Eric Chahi, who went on to also work on some other games for the studio Delphine Interactive. Some of them being a series of cinematic point-and-click adventure games. One of them being called Future Wars, which was not received super well because it was kind of like really cryptic and whack, but also had beautiful pixel art. And another called, in America, known as James Bond: The Stealth Affair, but everywhere else known as Operation Stealth. And if you were in one of the countries where you were not lucky enough to get it as an actual licensed James Bond game, you simply knew the protagonist as, and I am not making this up, John Glames. Struggling against the enigmatic organization of Spider and its leader, Dr. Y. But Another
Man.
World was one of the other games they made in that series. And then there was Flashback, which actually got an Xbox 360 remake, which was terrible. Don't play it. But as a Frenchman who likes interesting pixelated games with really cool aesthetics, I think you would like Another World, Ted.
Yeah, I know it's definitely something I want to give a shot.
If you can get yourself like DOSBox or Scum VM, I'd say go for it. Oh, I didn't need to do that. Whoops. So much like Castlevania, we've got the attacks here. Ooh! Unlike Alucard, unlike puny, weak, garbage Alucard, our man is imbued with Catholic gains, and he could do up airs.
Yep.
Man, Alucard couldn't do this shit. If you could do this, the entire clock tower would be a breeze.
Oh yeah. No, you've got some serious freedom here.
But yeah, the like, as you were saying earlier, the like sort of like fucked up, like playing upon like the bizarre guilt of Abrahamic religions, especially Catholicism and Christianity in its more like insane sectors, is interesting as hell. And it presents a type of horror aesthetic that I find interesting and very pleasing to the eye and ear, but hard to really be scared by, as I was never a particularly religious person. It was like when I played Silent Hill for the first time, and I was like, man, this game would be a lot scarier if I was Christian, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. I'm also not much for religion myself, but it's just the aesthetics of this game really lend themselves to just really striking imagery, I want to say.
Thank you for the Hydretch redeem, Alaris. Good to see you up in chat here tonight. Give me just a second to see what's behind this door. Also, the symbol of the miracle or whatever, looking strikingly similar to the mark of the sacrifice from Berserk. I am not going to just ignore that.
I'm sure it's unrelated.
This seems like a safe place to Hydretch. Give me a sec. All right, I return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad we haven't addressed the severe amount of nudity in these first few screens.
Oh well, yeah. It's
So
just
far.
like this is a lot of dudes, by the way. Like
Yeah,
this is
and
like
they all-
this is an entire nation of dudes.
and they all have your helmet.
I was gonna say this game looks like it hones a little bit in on an almost like Warhammer level of scale to things, which I like a lot. Oh, I made that pixel perfect jump.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, there's a slide. Yes. Oh, there's a block.
Good.
Oh, it's more of a parry. I like that. How would I get up there? I guess I'll worry about it later. I am going to make it my mission to slide through every level exit, by the way.
As you should. As you should.
Oh, the little fire effects when you knock these over is taking me back. Hey, Ted, I kind of want to play Symphony of the Night.
Hold out a little longer. I promise it's good.
Here's our bonfires. Yeah, but we don't seem to get any hearts or anything. Oh shit, I forgot to do the thingy. Who the fuck is that?
The first enemy in the game.
What? Oh, okay. Oh, hey, iframes, let's go. No, please, I beg of you. Oh, okay, we're good. Hold, let me try this block. Okay, no, I can't block that. I'm gonna. Okay, there we go. Wait, I seem to be losing health even when I block. It's not a perfect block. Okay, so I can't Dark Souls 1 this shit. So I should just stick to fucking sliding and dashing around like it's Dark Souls 1 anyway. This guy is cool. You watch Sasha
Yep.
play Symphony? Yeah, you would, because Symphony goes hard. I don't think I could ever tire of watching somebody play Symphony. I was like watching Noelle play it for fucking ages. Oh, this might be the end of me.
Yep.
It seems I need to get good.
Dies to first enemy in the game. Very unfortunate.
I heard my name. Did you? I don't remember saying Chance. Oh, also here, you know why I died? Because I didn't do this. There we go.
There we go. RNG officially manipulated. Should be good to go.
Oh, I should have picked that up. What's a guilt fragment?
It's your souls.
Okay. Oh, that's my death. That's why I didn't pick it up, because it wasn't there. Alright, there we go! Ah! I gotta wait for him to jump before I do that. Okay, he actually does a little bit of a poke attack with his hitbox as soon as he winds up for that attack. That's a little bit hard to dodge. Okay, I don't want to... Ah, shit. I was just about to say I don't want to waste my health, but... Okay, getting behind him and just smacking his ass a couple of times seems to be the trick. Yeah, there we go.
A Souls classic.
Don't die to the same boss twice. Ah. Honestly, that little screen is nicer. Is a lot nicer than it is in Dark Souls. What the fuck?
We aren't done with the cutscenes yet.
Huh? Why? Why did he fill it with blood?
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed, Sasha, but one thing this game picked up from Dark Souls is that it does a lot of showing and very little telling. And oh boy, is it lovely.
This game is brutal already. This reminds me of the fucking Dreg Heap a little bit. Oh, right, because... Huh, okay, counterweights. And I imagine until I get the Cube of Zoe, breaking these lamps is useless.
Something like that.
Huh?
Make-
It's the Duke.
Regretful be the heart, penitent one. The anguish of the eldest brother has now come to an end.
Huh? Oh, I have to... Deo Gracias.
And narrator of the acts of the grievous miracle, such as my penance, as yours is silence.
Huh. So this is all just like shit you do to yourself as some type of religious sort of thingy, I guess. So he's a chronicler. That's his punishment.
Of affliction is what you seek. This can be found in the mother of mothers of the churches.
They really go in hard on the like horrendous like old religious shit. Holy shit, Hikari's Sentinel raiding us with a motherfucking party. Give me a second. Here, we'll do a debrief as soon as the cutscene is over.
Even a wise penitent like me knows nothing of what lies beyond those high walls.
I wonder who those high walls belong to. Could it be Lothric?
What I do know is that
Ah, thank you for delivering the shout out, Chance.
one must carry
Alright, give me a second.
humiliations to
First off, welcome on in, Raiders. How are you guys doing tonight? It's wonderful to see you all here. Hikari, thank you for bringing your community to us and trusting them with me. Mwah, y'all are the best. Give me a second. I want to finish the cutscene before the dialogue before we do the thingy. Do I need to know this on this, Ted, or?
where the sleeper lies.
It is telling you relevant stuff, but it's not like super important. It's a Metroidvania.
You'll
walk
tell
around
me,
and
I'm
find
sure.
stuff. Yeah.
Last one.
He's telling us where the bells of awakening are.
This thorn is
You grip your weapon firmly, it wounds you and makes you bleed.
with more, that will mean that you
Okay, cool. Alright, so let's now that we're in an inventory screen, real quick. Hello Raiders! Hello belated Raiders. I am Too Much Sascha, the Chernobyl battle maid. I came here as a mercenary before disappearing for 2 weeks, reappearing with a new mission. I now freelance, where I cook, clean, and hunt for people here at this bar. And when I'm not doing any of those things, I stream spooky shooty games out of the back of it. I'm here with my good homie, Ted E. Ted, would you like to, once again, tell our lovely Raiders who you are and what you do?
Hi, I'm Ted _E, maybe another underscore. I'm mostly a coder. I keep bots up and running like lizards every hour, and Tuesday bot, which is cool. And I play video games, and allegedly I'm good at them. So I'm here to help guide Sasha through one of my absolute favorites, this little gem of a Metroidvania Souls-like.
Yeah, I mean, listen, all right, you can't say allegedly when we played synthetic and you carried my ass. The only time you weren't carrying me is when you accidentally was when I told you to pick up the cursed gun and it crashed your game and you took it with you. Chen says, "Wait, you're the lizard bot." Yes, Ted here is Ted is not the creator of the lizard bot. That is our good friend. That is our good friend Raptor Hound Rune. But Ted assisted in getting it up and running. Thank you for the sip, by the way, Hikari. Hikari, now that I am no longer distracted by a cutscene and I'm able to offer you and our raiders the proper attention that you all deserve, tell me what you were up to and what you were doing. It's lovely to have you all in here, and I hope you all enjoy your stay. Now, with that out of the way, let me take a sip. Chance says they love the silly little lizards on an hourly schedule.
Me too. I'm so glad I was able to get it up and running.
Huge. All right. So, with our pleasantries dispensed, how about we get back into our penance? Hikaru says, "How goes the Blasphemous content?" Well, it's interesting. We just started, and I'm already loving its distinct art style and brutality, and recognizing a lot of its influences in a loving way. Hikaru says, "I got to run through some of the backlog, finish the first episode of Dusk, and mess with Rot for a bit." Awesome. Was it like the newest, was it the ludicrous edition of like classic Rot, or was it Rot 2013? Also good to see you got through episode 1 of Dusk. Dusk is incredible. Nick says, "Lizards give me much power and joy." Well, of course they do, Nix. You are one. Oh, we have an inventory. A small gift from Dio Gracias, nailed into the effigy of the twisted under the guard of your sword. The thorns arisen from the miracle feed on sin and guilt, growing with the burden that his bearer carries. Oh.
Yep.
Brother Abbott, you know that I've been a scribe in this abbey since I was but a wee child. I have written about our church, our saints, and our miracle of the greatest pain. I must inform you that I have made the decision to I've made the decision to leave, although I intend to continue writing. In these walls, I cannot be a true witness of the works of the miracle. I need to appreciate with my own eyes your holy works. I will be a teller of the miracle wherever it takes me, rain or shine, or scorching sand under my bare feet. So,
We got item descriptions.
I love that. So, I want to ask a little bit more about the world that we presently inhabit, because it does seem to play a fairly big role in the journey we're about to embark on. So, tell me a little bit about what's happening here. The miracle is still a bit uncertain to me as for what it actually is.
That is, so I will say, that is definitely on purpose. It doesn't get a solid definition, I don't think, throughout the game, but it's essentially a phenomena that has started at some point that is sort of like a holy, I want to say, partial judgment and partial just chaos that's been cast upon the land, where randomly people will, either gain holy powers or be subjected to penance, hellish torture for pious,
To prove their devotion to some type of...
So that's sort of what the miracle is right now. It's a mysterious force that kind of enforces piety on the world and changes it to adhere to it in cruel and unusual ways.
Because I was gonna say, as somebody who was not religious, but in at least a somewhat surface level stance, because I did some reading on scripture for research on a Lancer campaign I'm still writing, an event that we seem to be experiencing here in the miracle and its effect on the land of the people is giving me a little bit of a similar vibe to the many the many trumpets of the apocalypse in the book of Revelation. Like, this doesn't feel like the rapture. It feels like the lead up to the rapture. It feels like the couple of years before it, where it's like, well, either everybody's in the shit, and you can either use it to kind of like prove your worth to God, or you can just like, just be damned and just be done with it.
Yeah, this is definitely the entire world is collectively interpreting this as the test, basically.
Okay. So
humanity is being tested.
So me seeing analogs to the Book of Revelation is most likely somewhat, at least a little bit intentional, if not very understandable, I guess.
Definitely.
And in all honesty, okay, what else was I thinking of? So these guys are like me. I see that when we started, it was the Brotherhood of the Silent something. And we've been confirmed to us that our character is somebody, because I'm gonna be honest, it's hard to write like live tweet descriptions for games when I don't know anything about them. So I did do a little bit of reading on the game's plot from the Wikipedia page.
Sure.
So we are part of something called the Brotherhood of the Silent Sorrow, I think, and I guess we must be like these guys, and our character, as their penance, their like sort of like weird their weird holy punishment RNG, they unlocked a legendary super rare 5-star silence curse for the rest of their lives.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm grasping some of this then. Hikari says it was a ludicrous edition of Rot. Very goofy game, that is. Just a moment. Eat lead. They'll bury you in a lunchbox. Here, catch. Sorry, I had to. Nick says I could talk about the plot, but it's a lot without seeing the game for yourself. Ah, I see. As Ted was happy to explain, the show don't tell philosophy goes a long way.
Even a wise penitent like me knows nothing of what lies beyond those high walls. However, what I do know is that
he actually repeats his dialogue if you talk to him. Very good.
one must
The 3 humiliations.
sorrowful be the heart.
Oh, he doesn't repeat my objective to me. No crestfallen warrior is he.
Alright.
Oh, hey, what's up, dude?
Alright. And the Metroidvania begins.
Yes. Oh man, this is fucked up.
Can't kill the Raven.
Bastard.
Unfortunate.
Have you seen that video of a raven making a fucking car honk noise?
I don't think I have, but I want to now.
Oh look, Ted, it's a Twitter user. The rickety cartwheel warns all not to believe what he says.
Yeah.
This maneuver allows you to counter weak attacks and deflect heavy strikes. Oh, okay. At the moment of impact, to perform a retribution. Okay. So if you time it right, but that's not the only way to parry. Like, parrying is just doing that. But if you want to do it, like, really fucking strong, you can do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, that's cool. Oh,
She's
that's
the
so
parry
cool.
god.
Ouch! He got me with the punish. Oh, execution. Jesus
yeah.
Christ. Dude, he's already a Twitter Blue subscriber. You don't have to do that. Hikari says I'm gonna do the lurk and make a meal before the EP gets too strong. No worries, Hikari. Go take care of yourself, homie. Thanks for bringing the people on in. I hope you have a wonderful night. Ouch! Ah, this is the, if you touch the enemies, they hurt you, because Metroidvania.
Mm-hmm.
Not like Sark Dolls.
It depends on the enemy.
Oh,
Some enemies are like that, but...
Not the Mudmen.
Yep.
Okay, what the Hand it over. That thing. Your dark soul. I did it! I got the dark soul! In order to use... Wait, what did it say?
Yep.
A song that filled the air during the festivities of a lost village. Its power finds its way through the floor, continues through walls and ceilings, harming the enemies of the penitent one. The ringing of a laced shell horn used to precede this chant, but now only silence remains. Also, I'm getting a little bit of echo on your mic.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Hold on.
All right, I've equipped my I've equipped my covenant. I'm part of the servants of blue. I gotta stop. Whether in rain, sun, or wind, may this land blessed be. Whether walking or in deep sleep, may this land blessed be. Whether by day or in obscurity, may this land blessed be. Man, you learn a lot about a place when you see it without a sun. I accidentally skipped into the tutorial message. What did that say?
Oh, dude, I think I missed that one too.
Uh-oh. Shit.
I think it was telling you how to cast miracles.
Okay. Well, I just figured out.
Yep. And it uses your blue juice at the top.
Ah, my blue juice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Comes standard issue with your souls like. But you get this blue juice back by harming people, which is nice.
Very good. And you can use it to harm people, so it's like a weird pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Now, how do I get that one up there? Weird. I'll figure it out eventually. I'm already getting very into this. Ah, the fucking Mudmen, dude. I got enough of you in Swamp Fever. Fuck off. I like the combos. I like them a lot. No, there I was thinking I could make that. I have a feeling I can't make this, and Oh, there's a ledge grab!
There's a ledge grab.
Oh, this changes everything! Ouch. I might have
use our Estus.
I forgot to use my my totally not Estus. Whoops. Ah, man, let us go out this night for dancing. The night is still young. I'm pressing anybody to continue. Why am I not continuing?
There you go.
When the penitent one dies, erring in his penance, a guilt fragment is anchored in the world. The weight of guilt accumulates, and reduces the gain of fervor and tears of atonement, as well as the maximum fervor. Collect guilt fragments to recover, or find someone who can ease your burden. So, am I meant to read this to him? Okay, so guilt is the number on the top right, and it increases the more you die.
So guilt is if you see like the brown bit on your blue bar.
Yeah.
That's what guilt is. It is a cumulative negative status effect that builds up as you die. repeatedly.
It's your hollowing.
Yeah, it's your hollowing essentially. It lowers your cap for blue juice. You gain less blue juice, and you gain less money. I forget what they call souls in this game. Not gonna lie.
It's alright, we'll remember in a minute.
But yeah, it's essentially hollowing, but you cure it fully by just picking up your
blood
guilt
echoes.
fragment. Yeah.
I love that combo so much. The sound design in this game and the audio atmosphere. Because, like, let's be real. Most of Dark Souls is surprisingly just fucking silent. Unless you're in, like, very specific situations. Like a hub area, or a fucking boss fight. Or sometimes a weird place like the Ash Heap or something.
Mm-hmm.
Ash Heap? I meant to say the Ash Lake.
Yeah.
Ouch. Ow.
Oh.
I'm not looking forward to whenever. Here we go. So, finding somebody to ease your suffering. Nice try, you whiffed it, idiot. I'm never going to normally attack these guys. I'm going to BM them into the fucking ground. Press RT and X in the air to ascend after hitting an enemy. You can do this up to 2 times before landing. Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you have to hit an enemy. You'll find them caged all over Custodia, the Children of Moonlight. You can release them with any technique at your disposal. This is a lot of dudes. Alright, let me get to the back and have a little bit more space. Who wants more?
I forget to... I don't know if you have a downward poke or not while you're airborne.
Doesn't look like it.
That's a no. Okay.
Oh, the music's fading out. That means we're entering a new area. Huh?
There is no answer to our plea. The miracle has forsaken us, and my ornate throne turns its back on those who await here.
And who does await here? Oh, with the map! The map! He's the map, he's the map, he's the map. We got the map.
There it is.
Oh! Holy water.
So it seems.
But I cannot make use of it.
Not yet, anyway.
I can't press Y to do anything with it. Oh well. Alright, where's Grandma's swamp?
Sorrowful be the heart, penitent one. Welcome to Albero, sanctuary to this humble brotherhood of the Kisses.
Did you ever play Dark Cut? Ted?
Can't say I have, no.
This game is reminding me a little bit of it. It's reminding me a little bit of it in terms of just like things in it. It was a game I recently got reminded of. But it's a game. It's a Flash game. So, okay. So imagine the gameplay of Cooking Mama, right? But or maybe Trauma Center. But instead it's a Flash game where you're a medieval doctor.
Oh.
Yeah. It's quite fucking brutal, but it was cool. Welcome to Albero, sanctuary to the Brotherhood of the Kissers of the Wounds. Man, where's the Brotherhood for the Kissers of Women? I want to be there.
Few remain here who can still employ it. But Tirso is my name.
Tirso?
Few of us who still care for the sick and ailing. With devout kisses, we bless the wounds of those who seek our protection.
Nick says they're the chairperson of the Kissers of Women. Can I be the Viceroy?
Are we starting a new branch?
Yes.
In this religion?
Passes by strangely.
Very glad.
In sundowns we need not contemplate.
He's saying don't worry about the passage of time.
If your penance happens to carry you under set skies, be so kind as to bring us some ingredients for our ointments. The will in the miracle shall show you which ones they are.
This feels like how we're just like a guy in that part in the fucking Castlevania anime where Dracula says fuck people.
Time outside these walls passes by strangely, but if sorrowful
Sorrowful be the heart, penitent one.
Equip rosary beads to improve the characteristics of the pendant. Find additional knots to increase the number of beads. Ah. Let's see what's going on in the basement. Please tell me Grandma Swamp is in here. None of you are Grandma Swamp. I am interested in none of you.
Unfortunate.
Can I at least have Plague Knight as a treat? Let's go in the basement. Huh? Cutscene?
There's a lot of these.
Penitent one, you who carry the painful guilt in your cracked hands. Lend it to us and alleviate our burden. Lend it to us and
Ooh.
wipe away our tears,
Wait, is that a statue? These are all statues.
because it is an act of penitence.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the dick on that last part of the sword.
Mm-hmm.
The virtue of mea culpa. Increase the power of your sword. You can spend tears of atonement to unlock combat techniques. Ah, the tears are our souls. Visit additional shrines and increase mea culpa's strength to access more powerful techniques. Ah, here's where we level up.
Yep.
What's the cost?
So you see that one under mea culpa?
Yeah.
I believe that's like
Oh
the
wait, no.
level you're allowed to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can do anything in the first tier, and then it costs tiers to get
Right.
anything in a level.
So we're at 500 for 2 of these, so I can only afford one of them. It takes advantage of the weight of the speed of a fall to perform a powerful plunge attack. A down attack is kind of one of the only things I'm actually lacking in my lineup right now. Concentrates the power on the blade, allowing the penitent one to release his full potential in a single but incredible devastating attack. I think a down attack is probably more useful.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
There we go.
Well, we're broke now.
Yep.
Ah, there's a big delay on that.
Yep.
Also, is there a cooldown on it?
Possibly. I don't think
It's
so.
a little
Yeah, there
bit.
you
It's a little bit hard to get it to trigger.
go. Hmm.
Oh wait, hold up. I'm just making sure I can like do it consistently, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. What you want to do is you want to hold the fucking you want to hit your attack button first and then hold it down. Like you don't just tap it. You have to
I see.
you want to hold both of them down. Okay. Yeah, now I can do it consistently. Let me out of this madhouse. All right, well, time to get out of here.
Yep. Also, can I just say, I love this ladder climbing animation. It's just very silly in a way that I enjoy.
Yeah, it is very
Yeah.
I'm the penitent one. I'm gonna get my penance. What the
Do you
fuck
think
is that voice?
You think that's what the penitent one would sound like if they could speak?
Yes.
Respectable.
Listen, alright, I want like a fucking like Monty Python type fan dub of this game.
Ooh, that would be cool.
I'm the penitent one. I'm here to take my penance. It's for what? What's the point of this miracle? It's just a bunch of corpses on the land. Now, listen, you shan't say that about the miracle. It's a glorious chance to prove your worth, to prove your devotion. Devotion to who? I don't see anybody. Is it like too obvious that I've basically never watched anything Monty Python? so like my attempts to parse his humor as a joke are coming off I imagine there's probably like a lot of people who do like Monty Python in chat who are like, what the fuck is this? What is this bit?
I wasn't gonna call you out, but that was certainly an attempt to be my Monty Python adjacent, which is appreciated.
Oh my god. Okay. Don't cry, Bingo. Nick says I can fix this. You want to engage in consumption of Monty Python with me? The winch of the order. Me when I get my car stuck in the fucking mud, so I call my homie with a pickup truck. Thou hast called upon the winch of the Order of the True Shrine, and it's the Order of the True Shrine because he has a fucking blue line Punisher skull in the back window. I don't talk to him except for when I need my car to get pulled out of the mud.
Yeah. Yeah.
We gather the remains of those who were separated and forgotten, so we can grant them holy burial.
Why did I decapitate Ted? Because Ted, this is your penance as part of the miracle. Ted's penance is to be. It looks like a Furby.
Oh no.
Listen, alright, as someone with many Furbies in my day, I respect the fuck out of that. Furbies are great. You will never do that again. You will never say that again.
Oh man.
Okay, so this guy wants me to gather remains and bring them to him to facilitate his job of giving them a proper burial.
In this place, help us these poor souls.
Alright, so I can't go in there right now.
Looks like it.
Oh hey, the places even have maps. That's cool. Can I see a legend? No.
Maybe? Yeah.
The Phalanx of Brennan the Gravedigger. Ah, right alongside the Resurrector, I guess. Brennan Joshua Mullins dug the graves of hundreds throughout his life, whether friend, family, or foe. But when the chaos arose, there was no one left to return the favor. That's fucked up. He literally just, his remains rest in the fucking field.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a collectible.
Can you hit Y on that bone as well to get more lore?
No.
In menu it doesn't. No, okay.
Oh, that's not what I need. Nick says I want a long Furby. I want one too, but I refuse to cannibalize my existing Furbies to make one. I'm too happy with my collection already. I think they're in my attic, I hope. I have a lot of rare ones. They're really nice. You know what was crazy to learn about? The Shelby. One's in chat if you know about the Shelby.
It's gonna be a zero from me, my friend.
It's a carcinized Furby.
Oh no.
Wow, you can't even punish with that one.
Lady hits like a truck.
God. I got something else that... Oh, shit. Ugh. Losers. Yeah, I'm not going in there. Fuck that.
3 guesses what that pit does to you.
That's crazy, man. Wasn't I fucking walking around one of those last night? Punish my beloved. No longer. Oh, that was close. Oh, wait. Oh.
Yep.
Oh. Well, I'm sure they're in a better place now.
Yeah. Up to you whether that's a good or bad thing to do to someone, really.
Tango says, yo, she kind of bad, though. Yeah, she bad, though. Run and get your picture, Trick. She bad, though. Can see the forest for the trees. Everybody come to get them some, but don't nobody leave. Do not move no leaf. She bad, though. Blow before the breeze, and before the ice freeze it all over, come and see. Everybody come to get them some, but don't nobody leave. Die. Oh my god, there goes his fucking head.
That's actually another lady. There's a lot of just like
Brutal.
pretty much fully nude ladies in the beginning part of this game.
Ah, this is my kind of game.
You know what? Amen to that, sister.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh, wow. That shit hurted.
Yeah.
Hold up. I can't seem to get the press any button to continue prompt to progress when I'm on a controller. I have to actually use my keyboard.
Strange. Does it... Maybe it does need like a specific button and it just doesn't tell you, like start or something?
That'd be fucked up, but I wouldn't... Oh my god, we're all the way back here?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to go talk to this shithead again?
No, the progress for that is saved.
Okay, cool, thank god. Right, right, it's Souls-like, not... I'm thinking it's Castlevania rules.
Yeah, no.
You ride squad to the Coven, got all the phones running but no bars up on the hillside, long forgotten by the future. And the drinks flow real easy and the whiskey is a booster. It's 300 years of rust on the gate. Alright, I'm gonna stop quoting that song now. I'm gonna do the whole fucking song. Alright, note to self, do not get hit by this bitch. Oh, come on, man, I parried those rocks. Nick says, note to self, bribe Sasha with a Furby. Make sure it's the right one, though. I used to have a lot of the 2005 ones. They were really nice. Are you really trans if you don't have at least one Furby?
I mean, I think that's a question that each person must answer within themselves.
See, that's your penance. That's your penance, is the great miracle comes in. The great miracle being your transition. And your penance, your holy journey, is that you have to obtain at least one Furby. Alright, let's see the execution. Jesus! Oh my god! Bro, this is fucked up!
These are some...
I literally just gutted somebody!
These are some Doom level executions.
No, this isn't
really
even Doom.
though.
This isn't even Doom. Like, Doom was just limbs. Actually, no, cause the Mancubus. Never mind, actually. Stupid. Hold up, wait. Ouch. Why does that still decapitate him? Oh, that door's red. Do I want to go in there? Yes.
Always and forever.
Oh, it's the exit. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this guy is permanently a wonderful dull orange.
That is true, yeah. Oh. Twitch hecklers. Capitate of Barak the Herald. Whether executions or lashings, Barak was always there to proclaim them loudly, but his voice broke down gradually as day by day he had to announce the sentences of his entire family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This feels like really well written two-sentence horror.
Right? Man,
But doctor, I am Barak the Herald. Oh, there's fall damage.
Well, not damage, but there is fall stun.
Stupid. Well, I'm gonna take my Estus.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold up. I want to see what the punish is on this guy. Nice! It makes him no longer immune to the attacks. There was oh, you could set waypoints?
Yes, yes you can.
That's so cool. Why
Yep.
doesn't every game have that?
I don't know. I wish they did. Yeah, this game is pretty nice with general quality of life stuff.
Yeah, because I remember picking up Carrion and being like, man, I sure would like to know where the fuck I am. It's a shame that wasn't of big importance during this game's design, was it? It sucks because it's a great game otherwise.
Yeah.
You think I'm going to jump over your shield? No. Work smarter, not harder. What the fuck is this?
Well, he's a big fella, and he's holding an elk as a club. So, I know.
Let's see if I can... Oh, he's a fucking, Oh, there's somebody on his back controlling him.
It's a Ratatouille situation.
Oh, you know what?
There we go.
Oh, Jesus, that skull. I'm gonna perish also.
Nah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I almost misread this.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, when it's equipped, you have a chance of earning Tears of Atonement when destroying an object. Oh, here. This is our cube of Zoe.
Yep.
This is our cube of Zoe. I'm really happy actually that I'm playing this as like someone who's beaten both Dark Souls 1, gotten very far into 3, beaten 2, and like beaten Symphony of the Night. So I'm able to recognize all of these parallels.
Oh yeah.
Oh, when did I pick this up? Skull of a bird drilled as a collet. Its apparent frailness slightly strengthens the pendant in one's defenses. Man, I may be kind of weak, but at least I'm not this fucking bird.
True.
That morning, when the bonfires were lit and the convicts were raising their ghastly pleas to the indifferent inquisitors, a white dove came down from heaven and perched on the shoulder of a prisoner, where it stayed until it burned with him. Decree from His Holiness Escribar. It shall be called the Anointed Legion, said His Holiness. Under the armor, their bodies shall be covered with bandages anointed with oils that I myself will bless. They will protect the mother of mothers as I will protect them. That doesn't... Also, this is... Also, by the way, the being able to look around a little bit, very nice. Wait.
Yeah.
Aha!
Aha.
I still need to be fucking careful or I'm gonna perish. Wait, haven't I been here? I have been here before.
You got a shortcut though.
Cool. There was another thing. There was... Oh wait, I can't... Can I go back the same way? Yes.
Yeah.
There's
Make
still
that.
more to see at the bottom of that building though. It
Also,
looks like it anyway.
I want to say I love that this sort of greater area that you're in is named the suburbs. Just
What?
such a quaint name for an area in this game.
Yeah, well, you know how it goes. There's something about weeknights in the suburbs. There's something about me and all my friends. Kings of awkward situations. The plum blossoms are falling. I'm more than happy going down with them. So how do I get more blood vials?
Well, it is legally distinct orange juice, so bonfires is the obvious one. As for increasing their power, there are upgrades you can find for both healing and quantity.
Okay. I just want to get more, like, to use right now because I am in mortal danger.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a bonfire around here somewhere. Or sorry, preview.
It's alright, you could just call it a bonfire. I don't know if I want to do this. See, here's the problem is I can't play it like Castlevania because I have to play it like Dark Souls right now.
Yeah.
Die. There's another one of those big dudes. He almost took my ass out. I gotta be careful.
Big guy versus my faith.
Well,
Ooh.
big guy versus my faith. All right, here we go again. All the way through town. Hello, everybody. Hi, everybody. What would you do? What would you do if the miracle was happening, and you needed medical attention, and Dr. Nick Rivera was the bastard you got in the Kisser of Wounds? What would you do?
I'd pray for the miracle to fucking take me, bro. Finish what you started. I can't keep going like this.
And then he's like, "Time to kiss your wounds," and then he puts on one of those like big like comedic wax lips. Wouldn't that just be horrible?
It'd be so over.
Oh, I could do this to avoid her attack too. Oh, that's the pro strat for dealing with these shitheads.
Juicy iframes.
Yeah. I would simply just... Ah, come on!
Ooh.
And the stones for the fucking BM.
Yeah.
God, I can't stand you guys. Look at this dude. Look at me, I got my big shield and my sword. I'm gonna hit him with my sword. Hey, where you going? That, like, gravitated between Peter Griffin and Germa on, like, 12 tabs of Vicodin. Ah! Hit me. Come on, stop trying to hit me and hit me!
Atta girl.
Hey Valviscera, what is up? How are you doing today? We are kicking the asses of things. Oh, the sound for the parry is so stupid good.
Oh yeah, it's addictive for sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't really feel like dealing with these guys. Out. Okay, I feel like dealing with these guys. Enough. No more.
I think
Oh come on! I'm hanging from a fucking thing there. That's bullshit.
We gotta free that child. Woohoo.
Ah. So there's a little bit of Sonic Adventure in this game. Oh, I whiffed the parry. I whiffed the parry again! Oh, that's bad. Well, I'm back to no health items again. We're on lowish.
Third parry's the charm.
Someone say Sanic. Sanic. I'm just vibing today. I was supposed to help someone move, but I slept in. That's valid. Hope they were able to get it done. Ouch! Ow! Why does this shield hurt me when I touch it? This is bad.
Could have been worse.
Oh my god, I fell into the earth itself. She's got other help, it's fine. That's good at least. Huh. 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 Huh? Okay, the wind-up is way slower than it looks.
Yeah, no, she takes her time with that one.
Wait, hold up. I have an idea. Get closer. Get closer. Okay. You literally cannot. You can't punish.
Yeah.
If an attack has a pushback, it is like literally like designed to make you unable to punish.
No riposte for you.
Unfortunate. I figured maybe life would find a way, especially in the Great Miracle, but it seems here we are not so fortunate. Goodbye, lowly sword and shield peon. Why don't you go fight a fucking Nargacuga about it? Goodbye. I would simply just not fight the Eldritch Abominations.
Yeah. Also, worth noting on that map, your guilt remnants, those are cumulative. They're both still on the map.
Oh right, fuck. Uh-oh.
So now your blue juice is even more heavily reduced.
Ouch! Come on, man, I'm trying to heal. Nick says fight in quotations. What do you mean by that?
He's just taking part in the time-honored traditions, tradition of not fighting enemies in a Souls-like.
Okay, my shit's over there, my first one. Better heal again. Die. Okay, I like that the knockback from, like, regular enemy hits can't knock you all the way off an edge.
Yeah.
Like if it's like you can't get that thing in Castlevania where you walk into a room and an enemy, like, touches you, and Alucard is immediately sent rocketing back out of the room. Oh my god! We crushed him under his shield!
Oh yeah.
This game is fucking brutal! These guys don't just die, they get fucking killed!
Yep. You're on a righteous mission, and flesh folds before you.
The music is nice, and I like the little, like, the kind of, like, understated stuff. It's not big and bombastic, but it's not too focused on ambient drones. This is a really, like, this music feels like blowing wind.
Yeah, totally. It definitely, the first thing that comes to mind from the, like, ambience in Blasphemous is, it feels very, like, Central European countryside.
Yes!
In a way that I can't explain, but that's just very strong vibes it gives.
No, you're super right, though. Fuck your shit. Let your nuts hang. Oh, I can't parry the rocks. Fuck you. I should be able to parry the rocks if I want. Hey, there's another shortcut down there. Ah, come on, man. I was blocking. I am blocking it.
I'm blocking it.
Hey, I'm stalking it.
Oh, I would love if the penitent one, like, at the end of the game, they, like, free their curse of silence and they just start fucking popping off with the most New York accent you've ever heard in your life. That would be so beautiful.
No, you know,
Hey,
you know what needs to happen? You know what needs to happen? The penitent one needs to have, like, a Gilbert Gottfried accent. He needs to have a fucking Gilbert Gottfried accent. His Holiness Escribar, I've come here to end your holy miracle. It's me, the penitent one.
This cannot continue. Oh dear.
Wait, hold on a minute. I need to check something. Okay, that's his name. Oh, Diogracius' name is misspelt.
Diogracius? Oh,
Yeah.
it might be. Oh, it is. Or maybe there's just multiple spellings for it. It's not completely unheard of.
Dear brother Diogracius, I will carry out your penance on your behalf. It's really hard to do it because I have to be loud when I do it.
Yeah. There's a certain force to Mr. Gottfried that must be achieved to convey him.
Oh, that was close. Billy Bucket. Hello, Billy Bucket. Welcome on in. I realized how many hot guys I follow. Who tired currently? I see. There's only one volume for that voice. Yeah.
Yeah. Truly.
Either that or I want a fan dub where the penitent one just sounds like fucking what's his name? Charles Bronson.
Gosh.
Now let's look at an aging Charles Bronson in Death Wish 9. I wish I was dead. Now hold on a second. There's a lower area I can go through. Why didn't I go through it earlier? Okay, I just didn't.
The platforming, I think.
All right,
Is why
yeah.
you need to go through there. But you may proceed if you wish.
I see the enemies stay dead if you leave an area. They only come back if you die.
Yep, it's
Whoa,
it's
what the
still
fuck?
controlled.
Sister of mine, as I foretold you, someone is heading towards the Forbidden Gate. Someone who seeks the purge and excommunication of all that is sacred and rests there. No, no, do not place your doubts on me.
Who the fuck are you talking to?
I love his stupid little walk. Mercy Dreams.
Mercy Dreams. Indeed. Yeah! As part of my penance for the Brotherhood of the Silent Sorrow, I will swear my silence forever. In the name of the miracle. I gotta. This is bad. This is bad.
In the name of the miracle. I can't do Gilbert. No, just not even.
I can
not
only
even
really do
close.
Gilbert Gottfried lines if I'm like, oh, this is where you can go if you have too much guilt. I can only do Gilbert Gottfried lines good if they're like lines he's already said. Like, I do really good if it's like, Charlie, by helping the evil devil, you've confronted your problems. I hope you enjoyed this cool experience. But if I try to do like something he hasn't said before, I can't do it.
Yeah. Gosh.
Like, just fucking... Brother Deogracius, I swear silence as part of my penance for the Brotherhood of the Holy... We're putting a pin in this fucking bit forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Pinning it to the wall like a fucking insect.
like a butterfly in a case. I am
Yep.
going to clip that later, though, because I'm sorry, but, like...
Oh, no.
The silent badass like, you know, hero in this game talking like Gilbert Gottfried, I think would quite literally be the best thing ever.
Absolutely.
Now here's the problem. How do I progress?
It's one of them Dark Souls one-way doors.
Okay, so I'm literally not supposed to go this way.
Unfortunately, yeah, you
I
can't
didn't
go,
see that
you can't go
door.
in there,
Spike traps! Look at this little guy. Oh my god. Oh my god, he fucking goes wild. It's Rob Flynn.
He's got the wave dash, bro. You're not ready. That ain't
I'm
Falco.
quite ready.
Guess so.
Wait for it. What's up? Oh, wow, he's weak. Boom.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Hitting him and then parrying and then fucking riposting is so fucking ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Aha! Oh, look at these dudes. It's Van Darkholm.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow. You can affect other things with the attack radius of the fucking parry. That's the good shit. Whoa, whoa,
And,
whoa. Getting a little bit big for your britches, ain't ya?
Gives you iframes, I think, as well.
Sure the fuck is. Oh, I'm getting good.
Oh, yeah. Now we're cooking with gas.
What a stupid fucking sentence. Who's to blame for that one? Oh, hey, look, it's the Dark Souls door.
Woo!
Nix's Death Wish 3's peak comedy. Doesn't the Death Wish movies get to the point where he starts like literally like incentivizing crime so he has an excuse to kill people?
No.
Like, I remember watching the Best Friends play Punisher and they're talking about Charles Bronson and they're like, he would put like a fucking Claymore mine in a box and write like illicit pornographic material on the box or something. Or he would just leave his car in the middle of the street and go, "Oh wow, look at this empty derelict vehicle. I hope no one steals it," and then shoot whoever gets in the car.
God.
An old lady kills a punk with a bazooka. You're making this shit up. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die!
Wobbled right now. There we go.
God, I got wombo comboed.
Yeah, for
I am
real.
so flaccid right now.
Sasha is so full of guilt.
God. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Is this where I came from? Yes.
This is the tail end of the shortcut.
Yeah.
You wish.
You wish. No, I don't. That sounds baller as fuck!
Huh? Wait, did you just straight up jump through those spikes on the ceiling?
Yeah, you saw that too, huh? Okay, I've had it with these Dementors.
Sasha's got the tech, apparently.
Yeah, we tech those. Perish. These dumbass attacks went right through me. Ow, ow. Oh, not you again.
Prepare for trouble and make it double.
Commandment 1, thou shalt not front. Thou shalt not make me do bullshit. Ah!
No.
You know that was entirely my fault.
Yes, you
That
did
was-
have full Estus.
I had full Estus and I could have just not moved. And I would have been fine. Oh, I'm so full of guilt.
It seems like you're just not the sipper.
No. That's alright. I did it again!
Those spikes just don't exist. They're fake.
I think it probably has something to do with like like entering into the room.
You know, I would believe that.
I've had it with these dudes. The fucking Shadow Wizard Money Gang has to go.
I cannot continue casting spells.
No. Oh! What'd I just tell you? Huh. No! Oh, that's bullshit. They can do that. Give me my guilt. Oh! Oh! Oh. Well, we tech those.
Yeah, we tech those.
We tech those. No.
Oh no. That's
No.
quite an encounter.
What the fuck is the Pope?
It's just a bishop. Don't worry about it.
Oh, man.
And here,
There's a
sounding
place in
your-
hell for bastards like you. Ouch! Oh, foul. Estus
Yeah.
time.
all of the enemies in this game are significantly made of meat.
Ah,
And
ah.
oh boy.
I'm good. Hit me. Die!
Hit me, baby, one more time.
The cervical vertebra of Zitcher the Brewmaster. Zitcher the Brewmaster gave ignoble fame to his monastery by brewing the most famous beer in the kingdom. One night, the flames of a fire raised his legend to the heavens.
Mm-hmm.
But doctor, I am Zitcher the Brewmaster. I can't do this bit again.
Oh dear.
Whoa, who the fuck said that?
Oh dear, she's retconning bits again.
I'm combining them all together. Alright, we did it, baby. We got the shortcut. No! Not the Shadow Wizard Money Gang!
You're gonna be casting spells.
Fuck off.
I'm glad to see you're so Symphony of the Night pilled, you have already forgotten you can upswing. Yeah? We taking a minute? You just want to stew on that one for a little bit? There it is. She remembered, chat.
Fuck off, Ted. God, I can't fucking stand you anymore. Oh, it's the shop.
Khajiit has wares if you have coin.
This is exactly the voice I expected this character to have.
Do not
Oh, yeah.
surprised to find this merchant here. This ancient occupation requires me to be wherever I can obtain rewarding benefits. Call me Candelaria.
Candelaria?
Sell would make your eyes light up like the high bonfires. I will not ask you for any money whatsoever. Those
Well, yeah, because money is worthless in a place where there's no bank.
Go
Yes.
ahead. Cast your darkened eyes over these valuable treasures.
At the end of civilization, trade is dealt in suffering.
What I am offering you here is as lustrous as the first star of the night. And may my eyes...
Moss preserved in glass. Minute jar filled with moss. The tiny white flowers that shimmer inside can grant some protection against toxins. No. Oh wow, moss clump and poison. I wonder.
Minor poison resist? That's crazy.
offering you and may my...
Hollow purr. Pearl?
Purr.
Oh, I'm eepy. Empty
sure.
tarnished sphere. There is no trace of knocker left, but it retains just a hint of bluish sheen. It creates fervor when destroying surrounding objects. Am I meant to imply that this increases the tears I get for breaking things?
You already have tears for breaking things. Fervor is your blue juice.
Oh.
Behold what I present to you. Though a trust me.
Oh hey, wasn't I just there?
Chamber of the Eldest Brother.
That
yeah,
was at the beginning. Yeah,
I
fuck
think
it.
that was the first guy.
Yeah, let's go there. And you know what?
Time
I'm gonna grab this too.
Some good old backtracking.
Increases the defenses. Oh wait, you know, I don't even need that right now. Can I not? Oh, there we go. I have to go this way.
Unfortunately, you're trapped until you buy all of her wares.
Oh god. Don't even tempt me. Lonely times these are. Trinkets and baubles for your good lady. Made by Yorlan Greymane himself. Come on, man. I was above the fucking
God.
spikes. Oh, please. I beg of you.
Oh, Teresa, also, give you a word of advice. The merchant is not marked on the map.
Yeah,
by
you're right.
default. So you may want to partake in the marking of your own if you're interested in that.
Where was it? Right here, right?
Yep. Sorry, I don't want to backseat. I just
No,
think you'll
I appreciate
that.
I appreciate you telling me no. If I think the oh, I can't dunk under it. Wait, can I? Nope. Whoops. Well, you know what? I needed to go back anyway. So, I think we've been going for about a good 2 hours. How about we take our halftime break, get up, use the restroom, stretch our legs a bit, and when we come back, we'll go see what's in the Eldest Brothers chamber.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good. Thank you for the tea time redeem, Nix, just in time. We will be right back then. Don't go anywhere, friends. Hello, hello. Good evening. We're back. We are back as fuck. I got a nice big thing of tea. Thank you for the tea time redeem, Nix. I very much appreciate it. Green tea, raw honey. You know how it is. This shit would obliterate a Victorian child's liver. That being said, let's head on back to the bar and begin our halftime discussion of what we have been experiencing thus far. Hello, everyone. I'm back. I'm too much Sascha, the Chernobyl battle maid, and I'm here with the motherfucking Ted E _. Here is his Twitter. Go give that motherfucker a follow. He's also hot mic'd right now.
I sure am. I'm saying words live on Twitch TV.
Wow, that's crazy. At this point, is that even really something you can do safely anymore?
But you know, I'm all about pushing boundaries in every medium. So
Man, you're pushing something all right.
yeah.
What did I mean by that?
You care to expand on that, or you know, we're just gonna leave that where it is?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
So, Blasphemous. I am having a fucking blast with this game.
I love it.
The sound design, I found it very, very easy to get over the art style that was originally a hurdle for me even playing it. Like, again, like, when did I buy this game? When did I buy this game? Is there any way to be able to tell? It doesn't go back that far, but I've definitely owned it for a good couple of years. Maybe I'll see if it's in my fucking Gmail. I'll check that later. Regardless, I've owned it for a very, very long time, and I picked it up on sale. So I was like, this is mildly interesting, but I don't think, you know, it's something I want to go too far out of my way to play. Bought it on sale, and I was like, man, I don't know about this art style, dude. I don't know about it. And then I just waited. And then tonight it was like, hold up, let's play it. And I'm playing it right now, and it slaps. The art style is great. The music is good. The voice acting is stellar. The writing is appropriately, you know, thespian. I love it all.
Yeah, I really think there are some ways in which it excels as a piece of art that aren't immediately apparent. I think one of the big things is Blasphemous is a great example of having the art is, I think, good. It's objectively like very well executed art. But I think the actual animation is what really sells the visual element over the art itself. The flow of, you know, between the visceral finishers on enemies and the cutscenes, I think it's really the animation that sells all of this gratuitous violence and incomprehensible holy actions that just really bring home that atmosphere.
Yeah, it's a really, really dark game. And it earns that title. Monos is having a blasphemous with Blasphemous. You get it. Man, I have never enjoyed blaspheming as much as I am right now. This is the most enjoyable blaspheming I've ever done, I think. Yeah. I want to be a pro blasphemer now. I'm gonna go to sleep and I'm gonna dream about blaspheming. I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna get into my day excited to blaspheme. And I'm gonna go home at the end of my work day and go back to sleep and say, I blasphemed good today. I'm gonna blaspheme tomorrow some more. I really like the word blaspheme. Blaspheming.
Blaspheme. Yeah, Christians hate her. Play this one weird game to absolutely destroy all Christians.
Oh god, I would have bought this in a heartbeat. Word on the streets that I'm hellbound because I bully Christians, but I stay up in the armory developing pulley systems. Now, my tea I've been sipping on, still a little bit hot, but it's good. I don't know what's going on. The fingertips on my dominant hand on like my index and thumb and ring finger, my middle and index and thumb, have gotten like a little bit like weirdly kind of callous in a way that I don't like, and I'm moisturizing them as best as I can. I don't like it. It doesn't feel good to use them to do things. All right, Ted, are you ready to get back in?
I've never been more ready.
Let's do it. All right.
Woohoo!
Where is that motherfucking button? First things first, you need the screen share again.
Would like that, yeah.
I usually turn it off in between in BRB just to save resources. Even my Nostromo needs to do that. Alright, we're gonna go back to the chamber of the Brotherhood of Steel, and their bumper cars.
Yeah, we did a little meme exchanging in between PIVs.
That we did.
Yeah, it's very important for morale.
You know, it seems to imply there's stuff below here. And that's correct.
Sasha uses the incredible power of perception.
Wait, I can't be here?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I was about to say... I was like, no, I'm not doing this again. Finish! Jesus, dude, the guts! Ow!
It's certainly something. Also, I love that you got frame trapped by that execution.
Yeah, huh?
Very cool. Oh. There goes my hero. Watch her as she flies.
Thanks, Ted. When are we gonna do a song cover together? You know what I want to do someday? This is like my dream song cover, right? There's a song by the post-hardcore, melodic hardcore screamo high concept band Defeater. Have I told you about Defeater, Ted?
I don't think you have.
So they're a Boston band, and the whole idea is that all of their music is kind of one big storyline. And it's a storyline about the worst fucking family in the world. So, it's a family living post-World War II in New Jersey in the absolute lap of poverty. The mother is gripped tight in the grasp of an opiate addiction. The father is an abusive alcoholic. The older brother is extremely competitive and, like, mean to his younger brother, who is like, just referred to a lot of different things, either as... a bastard, a coward, and things like that. It's an awful family to live in. So the first album kind of kicks off because the younger brother, you know, is kind of like constantly like called a coward by his older brother for like a sort of like train dodging mishap when they were kids. The father is drunk and attacking the family again, so the younger brother, the coward, kills him in self-defense and runs away from home. While he's running away from home, he meets a veteran, a World War II veteran who is homeless and is basically just like singing and living on trains and shit. But there's a song, the song about meeting him is called Prophet in Plain Clothes. And the cool thing is, like, most of the song is obviously just a younger brother describing what it's like to see this guy, you know, just like living and doing his best and you know, kind of like persevering no matter what the world throws at him. And, you know, obviously it throws quite a bit at him. But literally, like, the last verse is like, oh, like he strums his guitar as he sings. And then all of a sudden, you hear the strumming of an acoustic guitar. And the vocalist goes from, like, screaming to just, like, doing, like, his best really raspy kind of, like, blues singing voice as he just does, like, this fucking, like, anthem for, like, you know, living as, like, a vagabond in like, you know, post-World War II America. And the cool thing is that during the fucking, like, when they play the song live, they actually, like, when they get to that part, they just whip out an acoustic guitar and they let the whole audience come up and sing along.
Yes. No, I really like songs that have a narrative. Just like generally one of my favorite sort of things a song can do. And having like sort of diegetic sound within a song that contains a narrative is, ooh, it's beautiful. Actually, one of my favorite things ever. I love that.
You will love Defeater then, because Prophet in Plain Clothes is a great example of that. The song At Peace, which takes place after the first album in the second one called Empty Days and Sleepless Nights, where it focuses on the older brother and his attempt to live like a normal life after, you know, his dad is now gone and his younger brother is now gone. He becomes a dock worker and attempts to support his, you know, kind of like his aging and still unfortunately struggling with addiction mother. He ends up, like, you know, marrying a woman he meets at a bar. Their relationship falls apart because all he can really do is think about, like, you know, getting revenge on his younger brother and living out his father's legacy and supporting his mother. And his wife doesn't really approve of any of that, and she thinks he's just, like, kind of spinning his wheels and stuck in the past. But through unfortunate circumstances, his wife passes away, and then he comes home and falls asleep one day to wake up and find that his mother isn't in the house anymore. So he goes to the only place he knows she always goes whenever times are getting tough, which is the local church. And he goes to the church, and she finds that she's passed away there overnight. And the song about that is called At Peace. And right during the part of the track when he actually enters the church and, like, finds her sitting there, you can hear this very faint, like, choir piano in the background, as if, like, the preacher is just kind of, like, in the church and he kind of knows what's been going on. And this is kind of way of saying, like, I'm sorry, man, but it's come to this. It's a really cool thing that Defeater does a lot with their music. They're really good with that.
I love that.
I would recommend Defeater's music if you like music with lots of, like, concepts and really, really, you know, like, good narratives and stuff. But the other problem is that, like, Defeater's narratives are, like, absurdly dark because of what goes on in them, you know? Like it's kind of, like, insane, but it's still all really, really good music, really good post-hardcore. I have an album that I can definitely recommend for you then. I was actually doing a listening party of it in my server, but I would love to just sit down and listen to it with you anytime anyway, because I will never get tired of it. I think I've told you about the band La Dispute, right?
La Dispute. Doesn't ring a bell. Hold on, before we go into even more of this, I just want to say how insane it is to me as someone who's, like, not super deep into music. Like, I do listen to stuff from time to time, but I'm not, like, in the culture. And the fact that you've been riffing for the past, like, what, 10, 15 minutes of just, like, super interesting, like, song, like, bands, song projects that people do. That's just, like, I would never fucking, like, know about this. And that's wild to me. That's so cool that you, like, know all that shit.
It's one of my favorite things about being a VTuber is I like getting to share things I love with people I love, and, you know, it's like, why gatekeep the shit that I think is cool? I like to go up to somebody and say, like I was talking about this with Pinch, actually, because we got onto the topic of weeaboo rap and how much we both fucking hate it.
Yeah.
And I was like, listen, all right, like, I'll riff on it in a server, like, when I'm in a VC, but when it comes to, like, being in, like, a setting when I'm, like, being Sascha and I'm, like, you know, I'm on the mic, I'm on the stream, and I'm, like, you know, I'm up on that stage. I don't like dedicating my time on the stage to being a dick about stuff. Like, if somebody in the chat were to, like, bring it up and be like, oh, do you like the newest Demon Dice song or whatever, I'll be like, well, I'm afraid that's not really my kind of music, but I can recommend something I think you would like based on your tastes, you know? It's like I could spend my time, you know, getting mad about something that I don't like, when, you know, most of the time my disinterest is a purely subjective one based on my own tastes. When instead it's like, why not spend my time, like just, like, finding a common ground with everybody and being able to share things that they would love?
Hell yeah, man.
Okay, here we go. What's in here? I'll put the fucking music discussion on hold for a second. Oh, smash and grab. The blood perpetuated in sand? Ooh, relics. Oh, they're not even hiding it now. These are straight up called relics. Change your perception of the world. Oh, wow. You can equip up to 3 of them at a time. Preserve blood with miraculous properties. With the passage of its bearer, new legends are revealed. formerly invisible to the beholder's eyes. The miracle is truly unfathomable, and no one knows the origin of the blood that swirls around the wearer's feet. Take this bag and fill it with sand. Now imbue it with the blood spilling from these dreadful wounds so it will turn crimson red. With it you will show the way through these dry lands to those who are yet to follow. Leave me now. I want to say my prayers, for I will soon be joining the dry sap of these roots that painfully embrace our Father. Oh, this is such good writing.
Right.
This is such good writing.
And again, I just want to mention, like, capital F Father. Incredibly Catholic.
I know what they're alluding to here. They're not talking about God here.
Right, but like, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is
They're talking about some kind of high priest.
Mhm.
All right. Well, now I know that there definitely must have been things that I'm missing. So that ledge over there I can probably get to earlier on. Let me go check that. So, La Dispute then, Ted. They're an emo post-hardcore band from Grand Rapids, Michigan. And the overall idea of their music is that a lot of their like songs and lyrics are heavily based on like around just like storylines and things of that nature. Aha! I see you. Their first album is based, I think, around like a certain type of like I can't remember its country of origin, but like an Asian sort of like folklore tale. And an interesting way of using that as a platform. Like most of La Dispute's music is using like a platform of like what's the word? Fuck, what am I thinking of here? It's like using like an existing storyline or some other sort of interesting narrative vehicle to tell a story about a sort of like relationship or interpersonal thing that falls apart and the fallout of that. Their second album, Wildlife, which is like their most well received, or it may not be their second one, I can't remember. But the Wildlife is an insanely interesting album where the narrator of the story is like a writer, an author, who writes a lot of short stories and novellas and things like that. And he experiences a relationship falling apart. So what he does is he copes with the sort of like, you know, ending of this relationship by writing different short stories about different things. And a lot of these are actually based in reality. Like one of them called King Park, which is one of their most well-known songs, is about an accidental gangland shooting that actually happened near where the band's hometown was. But over the course of the album, it becomes increasingly obvious that these stories are basically just sort of a distraction for the narrator to try and like find a way to take his mind off of the fact that he hasn't really been able to move on. And eventually it becomes clear that as you know, like get these little writings in the margins of each little lyric and things like that, and the subtext of each song, where it goes from originally being like, well, let me just write about like my hometown. Let me write about these things I've experienced. Let me write about things I haven't experienced, but things that I think would affect me greatly. It becomes clear that the character that the author is writing, like the pseudonym and sort of like character that the author is writing as fucking hell. Well, at least there was a bonfire right here. This pseudonym and character the writer is writing as is primarily just, again, a vehicle for him to cope with not moving on. And it's not a healthy coping mechanism. He's not moving on because he's kind of stuck in this character and thinking, well, maybe she'll finally talk to me again if I do this or whatever. So there's like a part where he says, oh, whose voice is this now that I am writing in? Is it my own or his? Has there ever been a difference between them at all? I don't know. And there's a lot of really good lyricism on that album because it represents a really interesting sort of like yeah, it's not just an album about a breakup. It's an album about like a really complex way of actualizing how a person would struggle to come to terms with that if they weren't really in the best headspace, you know? Like where it basically compares that sort of like that final nail in the coffin for a failed relationship as a vase breaking, you know, where it's like, I know I knocked a table over, where it's like, what is it? What is it? What's the fucking line? I know I knocked the table over because I watched the jar break and I've been trying to repair it every single stupid day, but won't the cracks still show no matter how well it's assembled? It's really good, but that's not even the album that I'm trying to get to. So let me dial it back. that's like, I think Wildlife is generally considered to be their best album by most people, but the star of the show is an album called Rooms of the House, and it is my favorite piece of music from them. Rooms of the House is an album that is very heavily inspired by experiences of packing things up to move away. In some cases, also genuine real events that were experienced by members of the band. There are 3 very noticeably signposted songs on the album that are about real events that members of the band experienced or members of their family experienced. Those songs have like years in their title. So one's called like Scenes from Highways 1970 something to 2009. One's called Hudsonville, Michigan 1956. The other's called like The Child We Lost 1968 or something, I think. The main idea of the album is, once again, like a lot of La Dispute's music, it is heavily based around a sort of like interpersonal relationship crumbling and the fallout afterwards. But in this case, it's very like the main vehicle for that is the idea of like, it's hard to almost put into words because I struggled to do this when I was listening to it with Nyx the other night. But like, it's heavily built around how we as people tend to heavily associate memories with different material things, whether they be little items and possessions, souvenirs, keepsakes, little things like that, you know, like, or rooms of a house for like the title, or any other position or place we are currently in when something that is extremely important to the narrative that, you know, plays out in our lifetime happens. Like, it is important to note that pretty much, like, with the exception of, like, references to, like, you know, 3 events that were at least experienced by members of the family of, like, somebody in the band each time, the events are extremely fictionalized. La Dispute avoids the problem where it's like, oh, man, like, I'm sure a lot of people in chat can understand what I mean, where it's like, here's the problem with listening to pop punk, right? Oh, man, I missed my girlfriend, or she didn't treat me right. It's like, yeah, but she's like a person, she's probably listening to this right now, and she's probably glad she's not with you no more, dude. You know? And La Dispute avoids that because it's entirely fictional. It's not written about a real relationship. Hold up. Sphere covered in yellow varnish. The chipped paint betrays its origin. Holm oak of the forest of the Holy Line. It recovers health when destroying surrounding objects. Ooh, that's good. We call this pilgrimage route the Trail. Our wagons have always passed through here, and the tracks have gotten deep enough to even unearth the chalky sand that lay hidden under the thick forest, such that if one could see it from above, it would look like a long ochre line crossing the woods. Oh, that's cool. So, what is it? Like, because the album is heavily fictional, and it's not really written about a real experience, you kind of avoid a lot of the incel-y parts of emo music. It's just like, you know, here's me, like, writing under the whole concept of, what if a person was really struggling to get past this type of thing? How do I, as a person, without really actually dealing with these things, find a way to create, you know, a compelling narrative about this? And I think they do it fantastically. Because since the entire album is basically entirely fictional, the main point, or the thing I find most interesting about the album, is how well they manage to use just like discussion about like minute and seemingly like mundane items or locations or experiences that maybe you would record on your, you know, granddad's Super 8 for a home movie back in, you know, back when you were a kid, but wouldn't exactly look back on and think of as strongly as you would think of, you know, the moments in a relationship that might cause you to start thinking about this in the first place. And that's the whole point of the album, because there's, for example, there's one song where he's like, you know, it's funny what you think of after a collapse. The first thing that comes back is never quite what you expect. And it's a song that's literally just all about how, like, this character, after experiencing a relationship falling apart, he thinks back to you know, being a kid in his neighbor's basement and playing house with their kids, and their dad comes in after, you know, because they're playing house and shit, he gets, you know, put to be in the role of the husband. And he's like, you know, he's like, oh, this kind of sucks. And then the neighbor's dad comes in. He just looks at him and he says, you think this is bad? You don't know the half. And he's like, I don't know. It's a rumination how it's like, isn't it kind of fucked up that, like, we always like at weddings and other things just kind of like toast and tell these jokes about how it sucks to be a husband or whatever the fuck. And it's like, you say that in such insensitive like disregard for like, you know, when people actually fall apart, that it feels kind of really insensitive and wrong to say that kind of thing. And it's interesting. So I know I'm kind of meandering a lot here, but the way the album goes into such detail and consistency when describing these events, it sells you on a narrative and a world and a storyline and people and characters that feel so impossibly real. Like, for the song Hudsonville, Michigan, 1956, when he's talking about a tornado that ravaged a town or whatever. And it's about how, you know, like there's this sort of family split apart where the husband is away in a neighboring town working at a furniture mill. There's the you know, the wife who's, you know, actually at home sitting in the basement. It talks about how she, you know, reads the fucking labels on the mason jars to pass the time and kind of take her mind off the storm above. The neighboring family's husband is in the backyard doing yard work, and he's just kind of pretending that the clouds aren't getting dark and swirling and touching the ground and shit. There's the importance of the repetition, where the song consistently talks about attempting to call and call and call your other part of your family in hopes that they made it through okay, and you can't get through because the lines are down, and you don't really get through for like 3 straight days. And this song ends with just a quick little beep of an answering machine dial tone.
Oh, man.
It's so... Oh, hey! We found the phalanx of Arthur the Sailor. He spent his whole life looking after a mysterious totem. This evidence would prove the existence of an impossible castle built under the sea, protected by its incessant waves. So these collectibles are the remains of the people that the guy with the winch wants me to collect, then?
Yeah, I do believe so.
Okay. But yeah, it's nothing but like the other line that really sticks with me is one in which a character, like a thing that comes back constantly in the album is a song called 35, which is all about a catastrophic bridge collapse, you know, that leads to lots and lots of unnecessary human suffering. But the imagery of like the suspension bridges, wires snapping, the concrete crumbling, people tumbling below, the imagery of the collapse is ever present throughout the album and is constantly called back to in ever creative literary ways. Whether it's the song First Reactions Upon Falling Through the Ice that plays upon your sort of like, you know, it plays upon this collapse along the idea of like, you know, going on a camping trip in the winter and accidentally falling through the frozen surface of a lake and struggling on your way down and thinking to yourself, you know, I've been unsure about whether or not this person loves me. Do you think it would terrify them if they saw me under the ice and freezing and drowning? Do you think they would get drunk at my wake and make a scene and climb in and try to resuscitate me? It's insanely poignant lyricism. But the collapse that is constantly called back to with the bridge in the song 35, the line that always sticks with me is the part where he's like, he's like sitting in his living room and watching it happen on his TV, and it's terrifying. But there's one moment where he leans forward onto the wooden coffee table in front of him, and he says, "I push my hands onto the coffee table, you know, until it hurt my hands." And he's like, "Were it glass, would I have shattered it? Would I have been able to combat every instinct to panic and swim up?" It's like there's something so real about that. It's an experience that I know for a fact the vocalist did not ever, you know, really witness a bridge collapse on TV or anything, you know, but like, doesn't that feel like a thing people would do? Like you ever, like, you know, watch like something horrible like that happen either in a movie or something, and you like just kind of look down at yourself and you're like, is there a way I would have been able to survive this? You know, like you know, you kind of like just, so seeing the idea of people having to kick their windshields to get out of their car, and so, and you know, you look down at the coffee table in front of you and you push down on, you're like, if this were glass, would I have been able to break it? Would I have been able to get out? It's so fucking crazy how good the album does it. And the last thing I want to, you know, touch on, because I know I've been kind of just like rambling for like 10 or 15 minutes, I'm sorry. But the finale of the album, which I find to be its most important part, is called Objects in Space, and it's where kind of some of the like album's like main themes really kind of come to a head, because it's after the collapse, it's after the fallout, it's after the healing. It's inspired by when the vocalist apparently was packing things up to just move someplace, but he effectively also, do I have to like go to reactivate one of the bonfire shrines to respawn at it, or do they just activate when I go near them?
I think you do need to activate them on purpose. It's on there.
Good shit. Thank you. So all of these like little items and things, whether it's memories of like a book on identifying wildflowers in the desert, which is referenced in the song Scenes from Highways, or the grandfather's, bookshelf, which may or may not have been referenced by the furniture mill that, the wife's sort of like husband works at in a different song, which is implied to maybe be, his parents or something similar to that. All of these little things, these engraved coffee mugs that don't have any names on them or anything, it's basically just him kind of going through his possessions and looking at all of them and just thinking about the significance they hold for him, the memories he has of them. And the most impactful way the song ends, the last line of the song, is just, I put them in boxes. It's realizing that, like, okay, this is all of these little symbols, these little keepsakes and memoirs and souvenirs that hold all of these memories and moments for me that I've, been struggling so hard to move on from. And it's like, maybe this is how I take the first step, And instead of just like keeping them on me or just, allowing them to pile up in my house, I put them in boxes. I plan to give them away or put them on my front lawn in hopes that maybe someone else will take them. It's an incredibly like simplistic at the outset representation of moving on from a difficult thing that really broke you. It's like, it sounds so simple. Just, I had all these little souvenirs and I put them in a box. But in actuality, it's like, it's so incredibly poignant in the context that the album sets up. It's like, yeah, I put them in boxes. I found a way to kind of like just take that first step that I couldn't take. It's such an incredible fucking album. So TED Talk over there.
Well, I really didn't do much talking, but yeah, I suppose.
Shut up. You know what I meant.
Oh man.
But I think you would enjoy it, and I would love to listen to it with you at some point.
Totally. We should. I've very much enjoyed the like listen parties we've had so far, and I would love to do more with you.
Yeah. Maybe sometime this week then. I know tomorrow I might most likely be booked up depending on what a friend is doing, but I will keep you posted. I do have a role in my server for people who want to join in on these listening parties as well, but I usually tend to ping it whenever I'm booking it. But yeah, so for those of you in chat who may be interested in a very, very interesting album with a fantastic non-linear type of story, that has a really sort of cool concept about just like physical possessions and spaces in which we sort of like hold our memories and we use those as a way of going through and backtracking to find a way that we can sort of heal from something that fucks with us. I think Rooms of the House is an album that everybody should listen to. It's an amazing album. Oh hey, another secret.
Schmicret.
All right. Apologies for the rambling.
No, I actually, in continuing with your theming of making this one of the least accessible streams one could ever hope to randomly stumble into,
that's not my intention.
No, I'm only teasing, but I think this is gonna sound like an indictment, and I fully mean this in a complimentary way. The fact that we've I was here for like what, almost 20 minutes I think, and could not get a word in edgewise because you have so many thoughts about this like form of media that you are very invested in is like really fucking cool. And I think that media literacy as a, not even just like a skill, but as like a pastime, something that people actively do for the enjoyment of it, is cool, and I think more people should engage in it because, fuck, dude, like, a lot of people just like, it's really easy to consume art in a passive manner, where you know you can like let stuff wash over you because there's always going to be the infinite sea of things to let wash over you, right? There's never going to be, you're never going to run out of music. It's just not a thing that anyone's going to do.
Yeah.
But taking the time to sit down with a piece of art that, you know, whether it immediately touches you or you feel like there's something beneath the surface is cool as fuck. And I think that people actively engaging in it is very good and should happen more often.
That's valid.
Yeah. So no, I absolutely love like the fact that you just off the cuff can talk, like just you basically just off the dome gave me a fucking essay on why I should listen to like 2 albums, and I'm like, yeah, dude, totally. No, I want to fucking do that. That's awesome.
Okay, I have to jump it. Hold on a second. Yeah, there we go. We're clear.
Yeah, you gotta play the video game.
I will say I still feel bad about it then. Because I know you didn't. I know you said it will sound like that unintentionally, but that's not your intention. But I still worry about that. Thank you for the canteen sip, by the way, Nix. I appreciate it. My voice was getting a little bit raspy at the end of that.
Take a fucking sip, babe.
I have had times where chatters are just like, damn, Sasha just kind of like pulling out talk about an out like detailed talk about music out of nowhere. And it's like,
yeah,
I don't know. I was talking to a friend of mine who I actually haven't really gotten to reconnect with for quite a while. Like the last time I was in a voice call with him was when I was still a PNG tuber. It was that long ago. And he came into my server today to chat with me while I showed him some of my ambient music I was working on. I showed him the Minecraft project I'm working on and stuff like that. I sent him a video script. And I don't know, like I got to talking with him about like how I relate to music. And I was like, I found myself saying something that I didn't think I'd said to him in ages. Was like, hey, I apologize if I start sounding like I'm crying right now, because that'll happen because I just get really emotional about shit. But like, the point I'm getting to is like, I for a second I feel like it could be easy for me to immediately just assume that this is an effective HRT, but I've always kind of felt like this about music, you know? And
yeah,
like, I'm sure like we all kind of like, god damn it, every failure is an experience to learn from, but like, this isn't like, okay. In order to best preface what I am about to say, would you consider yourself to be someone who is like into music, or like are you like a person who, like, if asked about like what you're into, like generally to kind of tends to like move away from the topic with the phrase like, I'm not really too into music?
See, that's a hard question for me to answer. I have a pretty specific relationship with music in that the way I usually get into music is more via direct exposure to an artist than like a genre. Like, I couldn't fucking tell you what nu metal is. I just don't fucking know what that's even like supposed to be. But
hey,
like,
you know who could?
Yeah, who?
Me.
Yeah. How long would it take? Do we have time?
Finish what
you
you're
fit it in
saying.
this frame?
Finish what you're saying first.
Okay.
I absolutely could.
Okay. But like, the way I enjoy music is a lot more artist driven. Like, I really like Will Wood, for example, just like as an individual, because I think the themes that they touch on and the method that they touch on those themes is interesting to me. But like, I'm not into like indie rock necessarily.
Yeah,
it's just an artist by artist thing, and that's not necessarily, that might not be a satisfying answer, but you know, I'd say I'm like lightly into music. I'm more like a passing interest in music.
Yeah,
I would say. Like, I know the things I like, and I do like to listen to those things a lot, but I'm not like deep in music for sure.
Like you don't spend like, you know, like you don't spend like your waking moments like, you know, kind of like strategizing how to find more of it like whenever you're not listening to it.
Yeah. I could not do what you did 10 minutes ago. I could not do that. At least not about music.
Well, when you do it about things, because I know you can do it because you do it about things that you're passionate about. It is, and everybody that I know who does that about things that they're passionate about, whenever they do it, it is always lovely to see. I want to make that clear. Hold on a second. All right, I'm gonna use my fucking. Oh, I can't do it. Give me a sec. Now we're clear. Oh no.
Sasha, you're a game player.
Yeah, give me a sec. I was gonna say, because actually talking, I think, just generally kind of helps me focus. But Willwood, I know I've seen you and Moose talk about them. I know I've seen Post and all y'all. All right. How about this? I want you and Moose and just to sit down and show me some motherfucking Willwood.
Oh, I'd love to. It's okay. I know I just said that I can't launch into a 20-minute tirade about music, but I do have some thoughts about Willwood that I would like to share.
Spill
because, man. So I've been listening to Willwood for a while. Like I think going on probably 3 or 4 years. I've been listening to him for a long time, and one of the big things about him is that the way his music ties to his own sort of internal life, not in necessarily a direct way, like he doesn't make music about specific events in his life all the time, but just like the way that he expresses himself through music shifts so dramatically as he gets to different points in his life that you can tell very clearly, because there's very distinct eras for Willwood, like near the beginning of his career with the Tapeworms, which was his ensemble band that he played with before, which was a lot more rock and a lot more mixed instrumentation. Like he would use this is kind of a part where my knowledge of general music might fail me here for communicating this, but he has he combines indie rock with Eastern European sounds in a way that is incredibly unique, and it feels very visceral in a way that I just adore. And so that's sort of the beginning of his era, and that whole period of his life is very seriously marked by his kind of dissociating from reality, because you're not the Estus drinker, I'm afraid to say.
Nope, it's all good. Keep talking.
Yeah, that beginning part of his career was very clearly marked by a kind of dissociation from reality, between the socioeconomic reality of coming of age into adulthood during the early to mid aughts, right? And
the housing crisis,
realizing that oh fuck, this is bad. And one of the hallmarks of that is his album 2012, in which one of the main theses of it is that as an individual during that time, he fully believed that it was not going to go beyond that. He thought it would end before the end of that year, whether it was him personally or the entire world. And so you feel that sort of desperation in his music, right? To sort of live his life as if everything is going to end very soon. And then it doesn't. And so everything that follows that album is him, reckoning with the fact that he made it through an incredibly dark period of his life. A simple regular size fan of Willwood now? Unfortunate. You're not in the rabbit hole like me, Monochrome. Don't worry, okay. I know the things. Yeah, and he as he sort of reckons with the fact that his existence has continued beyond this sort of seeming event horizon, he mellows out a lot. He changes his sound to be a lot more like folky and laid back. He uses a lot more acoustics, and he has a lot more contemplative pieces that sort of reflect on the life that he's had, and the things that he's experienced in them, rather than this desperation to experience in the moment, right?
Yeah.
And that shift feels so satisfying as a listener, even though I could never understand his personal journey, right, as an individual, because that's just not what his art is. But it's still a satisfying arc that is very compelling to see. And man, yeah, I just really like Volwood for that.
No, that type of progression as a person is insanely interesting to take note of. And I can say I've seen it myself before. I think actualizing extreme change that is obviously really, really not good and doesn't really seem to make you feel like you have much of a future. Actualizing that in a narrative sense as a sort of personal apocalypse is a type of a type of narrative writing that I find myself really fascinated by. If it makes sense. There's an album kind of like that by Funeral for a Friend called Welcome Home Armageddon, actually. It's obviously not the most upbeat album, because I mean the title track's chorus is Welcome Home Armageddon. It's been long enough to miss you, I hope you're doing well. or saying shit like we're all to blame for this. But I think that's a really interesting way of dealing with what, you know, when you're in that moment, when you see everything falling the fuck apart, you're like, this does feel like the world is ending, because maybe the world isn't, but my world is. And my world is all that I've ever known. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I had to stop oh, good night, Kai. Here, take a shout out on the way out the door, please.
Absolutely.
Take a shout out on the way out the door, homie. Hope you sleep well, boss. But no, that was an amazing fucking thing to hear, Ted, and I think that's really cool, and I would love to explore this artist with you at some point soon. Really soon, hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the progression of somebody kind of, like, learning to find a way to kind of, like, make peace with that personal apocalypse, I think. To find a way to live beyond it, I think is really cool. There we go. Yeah, that's the strat. I need to use the fucking, the juggle attacks. I haven't visited a sword shrine in a while. I should probably do that. Guys, says, thanks for the fun talk. I love hearing you go off. As you said, it's nice to hear someone be passionate about their hobbies. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Hell yeah.
There's actually there's an album I've been thinking of that has a very kind of similar vibe to what you're talking about, Ted. It's by an artist called BC Camplight, and the album's called Last Rotation of Planet Earth. It's quite literally somebody, and this it is the similar idea of someone making like indie music as a means of coping what is to them a personal apocalypse, a cataclysm of your everyday life that leaves you in such disarray that it may as well be, you know, like synonymous with you know, a world-ending event or something similar. In this case, it's a divorce. Oh, hey.
You're finding all the secrets. You're crazy.
I'm secret pilled right now, yeah.
For real.
Oh, this is a secret full of bad dudes. I don't think I can afford to do this right now, man. What the fuck? Oh, come on, man. This is bullshit.
The encounter.
The encounter, indeed. Alright, hold up. I'm smart bombing you bitches. Enough!
She's doing it. She's doing it.
Fuck you.
Beautiful.
Oh, yes!
Let's go!
Yeah. Oh, man, that was so clutch. Look at that health. Look at that health. We got the empty bile vessel. A vessel made of crystal and gold capable of holding the hallowed bile that emanates from the morning fountains. Oh, we could use this at the fucking fountain back at the town. Right? Oh, cool. Awesome. I'm going back there. I don't feel like dealing with you guys. Bye. But thank you for sharing, Ted.
Oh, yeah. I love media analysis. Oh, damn.
Me too. Me too. If I can think of more music that I think fits the vibe you're talking about, I absolutely will. Because when I think about, like, artist experiences, like, a really difficult time and finds a way to mellow out, there are a couple of artists that, like, I know I've listened to music that has that vibe, and I can't remember it off the top of my head. So I'll have to do what I was doing, like, you know, for a longer while, and kind of stop doing for a little bit, which is like I have a co-host on, and then afterwards it's like post-stream, I'm sending you like a whole playlist of shit.
No, please. I love finding new music. Like I said, I'm pretty artist-driven, so I will end up a lot of the time just like I'll find an artist that I like, and I'm like, ooh, you're gonna be my music that I listen to for this like month and a half.
Yeah.
Until I find something else that I'm very interested in. So I always love finding stuff to shake it up. Don't you worry.
Genres are kind of something I'm not super, like, I used to be, like, really, like, I used to find genre names to be pretty necessary back in the day, primarily just because, like, I, as an autistic person, am obsessed with organization and finding a way to sort of quantify and categorize everything for simplicity's sake. Hold up, real quick. Nick's Nightfall says, I love talking about media. Just get me stuck talking about horror movies. I talked at Mono for like 30 minutes about RoboCop and Paul Verhoeven. I need to hear about this because I've yet to see RoboCop. The only Verhoeven sci-fi movie I've seen is Total Recall. I loved it though. But I'd love to have that chat with you because that sounds wonderful. I mean, Nix, you know, you and Mono both know, because I had the fucking Need for Speed Carbon info dump with both of you at separate times. I had it with Ted here today.
Yeah, literally today.
And it was great. But generally speaking, I find genre labels to be a little bit restrictive. Like, I find them to be at the very least an assist. If I find an artist and I really like how they sound, it can help to have a classification of what their sound is generally considered to be, like, sounding like. And that allows me to find more stuff like them. You know, like I get into, you know, say, Burial. What does he sound like? Well, you know, very difficult because technically he's just simply quantified as, you know, dubstep from back in its original golden age or it's like its budding era, but nowadays it's known as the genre future garage. So I know I can listen to artists like that. Say I really like Straight from the Path. There's rapcore and stuff like that. If I really like fucking Tucker Theodore, there's outsider folk. And obviously, generally speaking, no matter what, if I find an artist that I really like and I go down the list of genres that they're considered, I'm still not going to find anything that scratches that itch. Look at Enter Shikari. How the fuck do you quantify that? Ultimately, how I feel about genre labels has generally kind of been broken ever since I transitioned and started listening to music that's so good at blending genres. I don't think you could call Straight from the Path just nu metal or rapcore or even just hardcore. There's so much more than that. I don't even know what the fuck to call Enter Shikari. What do I call Godspeed You Black Emperor? Post-rock doesn't seem to do it. What do I call, you know, what do I call fucking J Dilla? Hip-hop doesn't really fit either because there's not really a whole lot of rap on it. It's instrumental beats, but they're more than just a beat. They're a reflection of somebody's soul in its most dire era, realizing that even in these moments, keeping love alive in your heart is the most important thing. How do you quantify that with like a fucking categorization, you know?
Yeah, I so feel that. And I think I'm gonna let you talk to this NPC first, and then I'll talk some more.
I would love to hear it.
Thus it has been arranged. My name is Viridiana. I have been
That's way too much. Can we shorten it to V?
I can assist you in carrying your burden if required, but only you can make that choice. Penitent one in silence.
Oh.
Will you require my assistance with your next task?
I don't need your help.
Here I shall remain.
Very
unless
well.
You change your mind.
Once again, yeah. So I have thought a little bit about media classification because it's definitely a touchy subject for some people, and I definitely think hard borders on like what does and does not qualify as media is just generally bad. Yeah, oh, it's cool animation.
Oh god. It's like very, very slightly rotoscope, but sort of not, and I love it.
Right? God, yeah. Again, the art is good. It's very good, but the animation is fantastic in this game. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Oh wow. Okay, I can't even
wow.
guard that.
Who shot you? But yeah, I think the better way to think about genres is not as a box that you fit an artist into, but as a compass to guide you in the landscape of music, or any other, medium for that matter. It can lead you in the right direction if it interests you, but ultimately it is up to you to find the individual places on the map. You need to, make those discoveries for yourself and decide whether or not this is somewhere you want to spend your time beyond just whether it fits into a preset genre that you apply to.
Yeah. Like, these are all for destroying objects, and there aren't any in this boss fight. Guess I'll just grab this. Also, this boss theme slaps. Like, fucking. I think you make a good point. Nick says a few of their favorite bands change too much for each album to be labeled accurately. Mono says, I hope to one day make something that becomes its own classification. Let's start here then, Mono. Everything that you make is so impossibly monocore.
Yep.
Oh. The compass really is the best way of looking at it, I think. And again, like, it's funny that, like, Shikari was the band that kind of helped me realize that, like, just kind of, like, trying to pigeonhole something doesn't really make any sense. Like, I am cornered, yeah. I can't even get past him. Here we go. And his roots got me. Here's an example of me going a little bit closer to home on this. Sir Chazzle Dazzle, is this your first time through? Yep, it sure is. And I got my homie Teddy here guiding me. How you doing, Chaz? Good to see you tonight. Like, a good example that hits a little bit closer to home for me, Ted, is my own music. I like hip-hop. I like 90s hip-hop. I like the stuff that, like, DJ Premier and the RZA and fucking, Kid what is it? Fucking Kid Capri and Havoc and all those guys make. Here's the problem, is that I'm sure you know that 9 times out of 10, people who make music that's kind of like, an homage to that nowadays. Oh, and I also love, Jay Dilla too. But like, a lot of times music that's made nowadays as like a fucking homage to that kind of style constantly gets pigeonholed as lo-fi hip-hop.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. I get that, yes. Intentionally engineering using modern day equipment and modern day design philosophies to design a piece of music that is intentionally meant to sound like it is far older and made on much older technology than it is technically correct to be assumed as part of the design philosophy of lo-fi aesthetics. But I do not like the term lo-fi hip hop. I fucking hate it. I hate it because it makes me think of fucking anime studying playlists. I'm sorry. I don't make my music for anime studying playlists. I make my music for fans of Mobb Deep and Gangstar and Big L and fucking, all of that stuff. And Nas. I make my music for fans of like the classic, mid-90s age of hip hop and fans of KRS-One and Boogie Down Productions and shit like that. I make my music because I make my beats because, they're meant to be a celebration of hip hop's history, because history and storytelling are the most integral parts of the culture of hip hop, in my opinion. And I feel like a lot of the times whenever I see like you know, like lo-fi hip-hop stuff, and it's like always like an anime girl studying or whatever. It's like, I don't think like 90% of the people listening to this know about the cultural history of hip-hop. Do any of you know who Q-Tip is? Do any of you know who Havoc is? Have any of you ever listened to Illmatic? Or maybe Illmatic not, but, you know, like, have any of you listened to Moment of Truth or Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous? It's like, I make my music as a form of reverence of the culture of hip-hop and how important it is to our modern culture and history now. And the idea that there's, like, a possibility that I, you know, when I put it out, or, you know, like, whenever I put out tracks and stuff, that somebody might look at it and say, oh, this is lo-fi hip-hop. I don't know. I know that can sound gatekeepy to be like, oh, you know, do people who listen to lo-fi hip-hop playlists, you know these artists? So I would like to amend and redact that statement. But, like, you know, it's like, I just don't like the term, and I don't like the idea that my music could be pigeonholed with that term, when, while technically correct, I don't like it because of the connotations of that term, and also because of, like, a music genre is more than just its sound. When you use a name for a music genre, you're not just describing its sound. You're describing its philosophy, the subcultures behind it. And I personally think that the subculture behind, like, lo-fi hip-hop isn't really respectful to the culture of hip-hop and its overall importance in history. I think that's the best way I can quantify.
Yeah, for sure. I have very little to add because I have almost no skin in the game when it comes to hip-hop.
That is okay. We can fix that.
Yeah.
Chaz says, doing good. Love this creepy game. That's awesome. Yeah, me and Ted I've been really enjoying this. Ted really wanted to show me this, and I couldn't be happier because I love its aesthetic and its gameplay. It is very tough as nails, though.
Oh yeah. Here, are you ready for the segue, Sasha? I'm about to blow your mind.
Yeah.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
We've been popping off about media analysis this whole stream. This has been the thinking gamer stream, if you will.
Yeah.
But we haven't actually talked about media analysis in games. You know what I think you gotta do?
Yeah.
I think you gotta analyze the media of you dying so that you can better appreciate the game.
Shut the fuck up.
You can learn the deeper truths of this game and beat the boss.
Get off my ass.
The segue of all time.
You need to work on your segue game, Ted. Good God.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think I'm on point.
So getting away from him by, like, sliding past him like the last boss doesn't quite work, so I need to adjust my strat here. Those things are just kind of something that happens.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look at this from an analytical perspective. Okay, then he pulls those up. Alright, so go towards him. I wonder if I can avoid those attacks. Or I can't. Can I block any of these? This is. I should have bought that thing for poison, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Because it looks like his attacks are too powerful to block, and I don't know if I can block those branches.
I mean, you were able to block heavy attacks before, like with that pillar lady.
Yeah.
You just didn't get a corner.
Right. I guess maybe I just might not be timing it right. The way his fucking character wakes up is horrendous.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. What was the point of that? What does that solve, dude?
He's just upset.
Okay, they happen, like, so immediately. Yeah, okay, there we go.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Now
Now
we're
she
getting
got
into
it.
shit.
Just figured it out. This is
I
Sekiro
noticed-
2. Let's Google it.
There we go. There we go. Now we're getting it. It's still quite a fucking DPS race, but... Bitch.
Yeah.
Nyx has just got to be calm and observant. Yeah, you get it. Guys, have you beaten this game before then?
Yeah, I'm very curious if anyone else is a knower in chat right now.
Whoa! I forgot the block button momentarily.
Okay.
Shit, I fucked up the timing on that one. I'm not gonna survive this, but I'm getting better. It's a learning experience, and that helps. Thank God for those iframes.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Ah, the vines got me. Back when it came out, never played the extra goodies. Did I say Nyx when I meant Chaz?
No, I think you said Taz.
Okay.
Well, I'm interested to hear who's a knower. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Either way, that's cool to hear, Nyx.
Hell yeah.
All right, I'm definitely getting better.
I will say one thing about this game that continuously bugged me about this style of boss, this like big guy.
Yeah.
Is getting through them can be very difficult.
Yeah.
Like more difficult than it probably should be. Usually requires like a specific opening or a
Oh, I
a
whiffed
double
it.
burr.
The timing on the parry is easy to learn and hard to master, and I really like that. It's got a really good curve that feels natural. Looking at this game, it's Nyx core. It is very Nyx core. All right, here we go again. The dusk invisible monster is back. The giant clear skeleton made of trees is here to beat my ass. Okay, I need to not get greedy with my tax. There we go. Okay.
There we go.
Oh shit. He got me with the reeds. Clear. Nice job, you whiffed it, stupid.
The whiffer? What is this?
Hey!
Ooh.
That's
Very
righteous. Oh, and you can jump over that. You don't have to dodge it.
Yeah, yeah.
The reeds are gonna get me though.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna Gabriel me a bit, but
okay. You gotta get good eventually.
ah, see, it's the fucking things.
Those barbs.
So
will get
block
ya.
and then dodge. Block and then dodge sounds like the adequate strat here. He's lucky he's got a good boss theme too. Does he really need to rip like you? The funny thing is, you think he's gonna rip off the statue head to club you with it or something, but instead he just like throws it like, God damn it!
Get the
Like-
fuck out of my room! I'm playing Minecraft.
Minecraft. Like, you know what? You know what? Him throwing that on the ground makes me think of. You know that Modern Warfare video that's just called "I Killed Satan in the Gulag"? Imagine when he throws the fucking head on the ground, you just hear the clip of the guy from that video go, God damn it! I need to edit that in later.
Hell yeah.
Alright, Sascha airborne now. Honestly, aerial attacks looking to be decent as a strat. Just keep my distance whenever the shit pops off. But juggling him in the air works. Except when it doesn't. Ouch! Nice job, idiot.
Yeah, that like arm swing hitbox is very, very generous for the player.
Ah, god damn it.
That comp always gets you. You always think they're clear.
You know what?
Mhm.
I'm going to go back and see if I can use that fountain with that vial. I think maybe I am not strong enough right now.
Okay.
I think maybe
Very
discretion is the better part of valor here.
Yeah.
Here we go. So Ted, about new metal. Wait, hold on a second. No, we can't do that right now. What the fuck is this?
It's good news for you, is what it is.
Oh, it's fast travel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
So you don't
insanely
have to
useful.
walk all the way.
Oh, I kind of liked walking all the way, though. I also like
Yeah.
that the locations in the map are actually listed as being, like, having more, like, variation in their lateral position. So it doesn't feel like you're just, like, going straight left or right. It creates, like, real space for the land in such a simple way.
Yeah.
That's really useful. I like that. Could be here. Oh, that's what. Okay, I got greedy. There's probably a pattern here. Oh, we tank those. The pisiform of Hernandez the Explorer. Victor Hernandez was chosen to lead an expedition meant to civilize barbaric tribes. Oh. Oh, he's a colonizer.
Well, no, hold on.
He was sentenced for heresy when he suggested that Custodia was the most uncivilized of all known places. Good, kill him.
No, Custodia is the conquering land that he was originally a part of.
Yeah.
So he was sent as a conquistador and concluded that the country that sent him was the least civilized.
Ah, I see. Alright, let's go back and get that thingy then. So, Ted, new metal. You want to know what it means.
Yeah.
Okay. So, unfortunately, the leading expert on this knowledge, our good man Holiday Kirk, is not present here today. However, hold on, bouquet of thyme. Bunch of aromatic herbs common in the past amidst the cliffs of the Bronze Borders. Today, however, their scarcity makes them increasingly valuable, especially for those who discern their healing. Oh, the wound kissers could use this.
Yeah.
It wasn't long before more and more people came to us, affected by that terrible and unknown suffering. Whole families, the old, the young, and even the newborn. We brothers of the congregation were unable to cope, and our care was not working, nor were our ointments, nor our constant prayers. We are lost, submerged in the darkness of uncertainty. Get up and tell us what you witnessed, said the scribe without averting his gaze from the paper. I received an order for the exhumation of a penitent who had been buried without a year ago, answered the gravedigger. He was well loved in Albero, and many parishioners approached his grave, but when I dug him up, we saw blood coming from a crack in his sarcophagus, blood red as wine. Those who were there rushed to open the lid of the coffin, and carried him on their shoulders, watching as blood gushed out from its side. Others ran to their houses, searching for buckets and bottles to keep all that blood that wouldn't stop flowing out. Oh hey, shortcut.
There is a penitent one who constantly spilled blood, just like how you secrete blood from your mask when you're idle.
Huh. Well, because I filled it up with the guy's blood, right?
Well, yeah, that is also true.
Huh. Let's see. Performs a 4th combo finish attack. Ooh. Thrust at the enemies furthest away. Want a thrust attack or an extra combo? I'll take the combo, actually. Oh, right, it only works on attacking enemies. Let's go... Wait, this looks like a door. No.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, that gets me every time, too.
Let's go talk to the guy up here, and see what he has to give us if he wants this time. This appears to be an important herb that he could make use of. Yes, I do.
Merciful be, penitent one. With your contribution, the work of this brotherhood carries on.
Hold on. Ooh, linen cloth. A useless rag that seems to slightly vibrate at times, emitting an unintelligible buzz. The affliction sometimes leaves its mark on mundane-looking objects, unable to reveal the miracle under its mantle of corruption. Febrile as he was, he hardly noticed that someone had sat down next to him. A gentle hand patted a white cloth on his forehead. It was a fabric of the utmost softness, which allowed light through it as if it were a sheet of paper, and was soaking his feverish sweats and providing such relief that he could not help but fall asleep. When the cloth was soaked, the nun got up and handed it to the Mother Superior, adding, "With this, we will be able to have his confession." I imagine the prime usage of this device will make itself known in time.
Perhaps.
Here we go. Oh? Huh?
Yep.
Oh, god damn it. I never should have smoked that shit. Now I'm in the frozen Elium Lois.
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
Ah.
At the border, like us and that horse thief over there.
This place is another dream, penitent one. They believe me a saint, worthy of devotions, and the only thing I granted to their prayers was the saltpeter that runs through the stark land and rises through our bodies. The punishment of the miracle for the false idol is to grant them false holiness. Do not try to obtain my name, for it is also covered in salt.
Huh?
Bring me anything that can be blessed, so you might crush this fate of mine and let me cross.
Well.
Behold the linen cloth that soaks the sweat of fevers, of thoughts, dreamt sins. A tool that obtains secret and forbidden confessions, even from those who already departed to the other side of the dream. In the name of the High Wills, I bless this relic. Watch over it, for it is now pure and sacred.
Shroud of Dreamt Sins?
Bring me any...
Yellowish fabric. Witness to febrile confessions. It still quivers in the face of tortured souls, allowing one to listen to those who cannot speak.
It's the same thing.
Someone who can't speak.
Extra dialogue.
Ah. Is that basically it?
You'll see.
Okay, here I was thinking I could fill up this vessel there. So I must be thinking of something else. I don't think I've passed near anything that can do that, right? Have I?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay. I see. And the hand is how you fast travel. Alright, well, we've gotten some progress made. An extra combo might be useful to me. I appreciate this game doesn't exactly feel grindy.
No, not really.
You progress pretty naturally.
Yeah, I think generally Metroidvanias are usually pretty good about sort of alleviating the grind. The barriers to progression are generally finding relevant items over, getting your stats high enough.
Yeah. Not like Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
So new metal then.
Are we just gonna tease this until the end of the stream?
No, this is a good time because I'm about to just be fighting the boss, and I think I need to be talking about something to focus best. So new metal is just kind of like I don't think it's one of those weird terms where it wasn't coined by any of the bands who actually played the music it was used to describe. It was just like a term that, like, if I remember correctly, was generally kind of used as a derogatory term in its original formulation. Though I will have to consult Kirk as he's kind of the historian with this shit. Generally speaking, new metal is just kind of like not so much a sound so much as it is an era and a philosophy towards music. Because it was when grunge had ended and the speed and thrash metal of the 80s had also ended, metal and heavy music kind of needed like a new sort of era And that era happened to be when the alternative culture that came in the wake of grunge started to find its way in. Oh shit, that goes hard. That's a good thing to use.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Nice.
And in the wake of grunge ending, the generally to be considered first nu metal band was Korn out of Bakersfield, California, obviously. And what ended up happening was they were just kind of combining elements of grunge with other music that they liked to create a sound that had a little bit of hip-hop influence in it, a little bit of grunge, and a lot of funk to it. So generally speaking, depending on who you ask, nu metal, like if you sent me a band and asked me if they're nu metal, I could probably tell you yes they are or no they aren't, but I couldn't tell you why. So like, you know, if they're like a band that has like a lot of rapping, a lot of like a sort of like very funk element where there's like a very prominent rattly kind of clanky bass guitar to it and very, very, you know, like constant funky bass lines, much heavier focus on like, you know, more down-tuned grooves, bouncier riffs and rhythms. It's weird. It's genuinely hard to describe. Like I hate to basically just say that like nu metal can't be quantified in anything but just like its sound and design philosophy, but that is kind of where it is. Like you'll know a nu metal riff when you hear it just because of the types of notes they use, the types of progressions, where it's meant to be generally more simplistic and focused on like a sort of just like heavier pattern rather than focusing too heavy on being ultimately very complex or fast. It's just if it sounds nice and heavy and repetitive and bouncy with like sometimes they'll even incorporate elements of disco with the drum beats or elements of industrial with synthesizers and things like that. Whether it's like, you know, post-grunge style vocals or rapping or whatever, there's really like, there's not really like any nu metal bands that ever really sound so similar to each other that you can ever really quantify a consistent description for the sound based on any single one. Like I could send you a whole list of albums, but if you were to send me a band and say, Sasha, is this nu metal? I could tell you yes or no.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm starting to see now that it's definitely one of those slippery terms that people could definitely argue about for weeks on end on the internet.
And they have.
Yeah.
Because again, like that's kind of what you get when you get a situation where like you kind of let like music publications decide the name for your genre or movement and not the actual people who make it.
Yeah.
Oh, I am so bad at guarding that little hand there. I think just jumping might probably be the better strat with that.
Maybe.
It might. He is a
really
tough dude.
Slapped.
He's a tough dude. This son of a bitch.
Yeah. This game is really not scared to knowledge check you. If you're not landing your stuff, it will make it very clear.
Yeah. The are you paying attention test. God, his rotoscope movement looks so disgusting with like his arms and everything that feel like they should be incredibly rigid.
Yeah.
There we go.
I think the sound design of like just his general movement as well. Really
damn it.
That, like the bending and snapping wood sound.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just it's so like gnarled and gross.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like something that should be moving.
No, it doesn't.
Which definitely elevates it naturally, or it's sort of unnatural movement. Fucking cool.
I need to get better at blocking that under attack. Because I can't just dodge into it, right? And jumping over it doesn't really seem to get me lift quick enough to really go over it by the time he goes in for the swing. And I kind of tend to fumble the block on it. So,
yeah.
there's something's got to give here, is what I'm saying.
At the end of the day, just react.
Just get good. Hey, it worked
Yeah.
for the first boss.
Just react to what the boss is doing, and you'll never get hit.
Or just get under his hitbox, I guess.
You're just safe zone it, yeah.
No hit run? No hit run? No hit run?
Beautiful.
Ah!
Not good. Never mind. You jinxed it. Oh, yeah.
No hit run? Ah!
That parry is so satisfying.
Alright, second win. Ah, come on, man. I was in the fucking corner.
I really dislike the spittle that comes out of this thing's mouth after.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Files.
Fucking hell. Hold up, wait, no. I'm sick of your shit. Here's the fucking test. Boom! 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 Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Who's the best? Me!
All you had to do is get good.
God, that felt fucking so empowering. That felt so empowering. Where like, you saw that I was literally banging my head against a brick wall for like 20 minutes with this guy. It's like, oh, I can't. I just like, oh, I can't block it. I can't get under him or whatever. And then it's like, no, just get good.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's so cool. Whenever you've done something already, and then seeing someone re-experience it to affirm your own experience is really fun. And just
it is.
It click in games like this is always such a treat.
Wait, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, these.
You know, the fact that we're seeing like this, what we're seeing here almost kind of feels like what the big like Age of Dark beginning in Dark Souls felt like. Like, remember when the fucking like dragons were happening and the world was fucking ending? Like, this is a wave made out of stone, and there are tons and tons of human bodies embedded in it.
Yeah, you know what this specific imagery reminds me of actually?
What?
This gives me Dreadkeep from DS3 DLC.
Yes, Rain City.
Like, yeah, just like an obvious pop civilization that used to exist but has been literally worn down into the crashing waves of the sands of time. Like,
there's something about like bodies of either people who are dead or, you know, like are worse than dead in forms that they should not be. Waves, piles, towers. This one especially is extremely unsettling to me. This is actually one of the creepiest images I've seen in this game. Creepier than any boss or monster. Oh, and the light reflecting off the inside of the crest. Oh, that's beautiful.
And aren't you glad you got over the hump of this game's initial art style?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that. Where are you going, Sasha? Sasha, I don't think you're going the right way. I'm sorry to inform you that I don't think that's the right way, Sasha.
How do I get out? How do I get out? I don't want to do this no more.
I mean, I've got an answer for you, but I don't think you're gonna like it.
Fuck you, Nyx. God, you're a bastard. Fine. What is this?
In the name of the great ordeal and the sons of the miracle.
Huh?
When you humbled yourself before my most holy body, you have been granted the presence of my golden visage, custodian of one of the three sorrows of the soul in penance. Our miracle has chosen me amongst all the peers, just as it chose you to walk on this sacred sea.
Oh, these are actually like, it is literally a sea of bodies.
Melt and erase the attrition
A human skull with molten gold that forms a dripping face.
Mm-hmm.
And an eye that is very noticeably not looking towards me.
Mm-hmm.
This is horrific imagery.
I really adore this thing's voice.
Reminds me a bit of the Many from System Shock. I need to have you on for the System Shock 2 stream.
Oh, yeah?
Mark left by the golden visage that reveals the cleanliness of attrition in the soul of the penitent one. His holiness, because of his high penance, must endure suffering in his soul in 3 ways. Each of the ways is a motive, and each motive is a sore. Hence these 3 sores are the keys to his eternal pain, and must be guarded.
So that's the first spell of awakening. Done.
Ah. Okay, right. I forgot about it. Oh, hey, look,
the
there
3
he
stars.
is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good fucking timing then, huh?
You have carried out the first humiliation of penance.
Mm-hmm.
You have met the visage of attrition. You have yet to prostrate before 2 last holy visages.
I like where the music is going.
Will be the heart.
Mm-hmm. I love this game.
Chance?
Just so much fucking amazing imagery.
I cannot kill Chance.
This is unfortunate.
We are getting close to midnight. Do you think maybe it might be a good idea to call it here?
I would not be opposed to that. We certainly have been going a while.
Yeah. And I think now that we've got the first of the 3 holy humiliations, I think this is probably a good note to end off on, I feel. All right. Well, let's head on down to the bar and debrief then, shall we?
Yeah.
Wait, how do I... Does it just, like, save whenever I go to the thingy, by the way?
Yeah, I think it's fully just Dark Souls rules. It'll save.
Okay.
When you
How do I
quit.
quit the game?
Hit buttons, I guess.
I'm just gonna Alt F4.
Alright.
I like to live dangerously.
So it seems.
So, Ted. Oh, let me put my fucking controller away. I am no longer gaming. Ted, this game is fucking amazing.
I could not let you continue to leave it to rot in your Steam library. I knew what I must do.
And I'm really happy I got into it. The sound design, the art style, the music, the writing, the story, the gameplay. It's immaculate. It really is that, like, this is for the first time, like, the first, like, Metroidvania where it doesn't just make me want to go play Symphony of the Night. Like, I'm not even joking. Because, like, remember how that was the whole thing I came up with at the start of the stream? Whereas, like, 90% of Metroidvanias just make me want to go play Symphony of the Night. I finished this, and I don't want to go play Symphony of the Night. I want to play more of this. This establishes itself as having such an impossibly unique art style while paying homage to Symphony of the Night and the Souls series in such a respectful way that it establishes its own identity in the most stalwart of ways. It doesn't just... Like, I'm sorry. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, cool game. But it's like so obviously just, hey, the people who made Symphony of the Night wanted to make another Symphony of the Night. It's a great another Symphony of the Night. But it is kind of just another Symphony of the Night. You play Blasphemous and it's like, it establishes itself as being so different in a way, in being so different, but still recognizing and respecting and even celebrating its roots and inspirations in a way that just kind of comes together to form this beautiful entree of game. And it doesn't just make me be like, oh man, look, like it doesn't have any points like, oh look, this is the Flea Man, look over here, this is the Medusa heads. It's just, no, it's just a game that knows how to stand up on its own, because paying homage and you know, like, fucking inspiration, taking inspiration from the classics it can't be your be all end all, you know? You've got to like be able to stand up on your own and say, I'm creating something unique here. And then you could be like, yeah, let's throw in a little bit of this to spice it up, just to, you know, so people know that I'm extra cool and this is where I came from. But you can't have that be your bread and butter. And Blasphemous knows that. And it knows that in order to really stand out, you have to be something first. And then you can kind of like, you know, kind of take things from others a little bit. So thank you so much for experiencing this with me and showing it to me.
Yeah, I'm ecstatic that, as Mono put it, Blasphemous has passed the Symphony of the Night test.
Yes. God.
That's wonderful news. And I know, I think I mentioned this outside, like before we started the stream, that because you do come back to Symphony of the Night so often, that I was okay if this was just a one-off stream. But hearing your opinion, you know, I'm not opposed to coming back if you want to, you know, see more of what this game has to offer, or if you want to continue on stream. I would still honestly love to sit in on those sessions too, because
eventually I may have to start breaking my rule of I don't finish games on stream, because that's the thing, right? Is I don't like doing like finishing games on streams, because like it starts to feel like a chore, where it's like, oh yeah, cool. It starts to feel like appointments or something. Yeah, come back here same time next week, and we'll continue it. You know, like it's like therapy or something. But it's, you know, it's like if I do continue games, like I like that to be something we pull out at a later date. And the problem is that sometimes with a lot of games I've started on stream, I end up like picking them back up and deleting my save file and starting from the beginning again off stream. So if I were to pick it back up again on stream, I'd have to start from the beginning again anyway. But with this game, I do finish games on stream sometimes, usually in one sitting, but all things considered, I do come back to games sometimes. I think I might be down for that, and if I don't, I'll let you know the next time I boot this game up. Either way.
For sure.
Now, what are we gonna do? You know what I think is the perfect raid message? We got to find a way to bring it back to Penitent Gottfried here.
Yeah.
God, how do we even do that?
What's that thing that the scribe says? It's like sorrowful be the soul penitent one, right?
Yeah.
Probably riff on that. Something like
Penitent 1, I hope you enjoyed this cool experience.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Okay, hold on, let me type this shit up in the chat. I hope you enjoyed this cool experience. It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up.
Well and truly.
Fucked up and evil. Ted, one more time while I get this all ready. Let me give you, let me put your little, your socials up in the chat real quick. And you want to give one more rundown of your body of work for my chat. Please, everybody, please go follow Ted. I beg of you. This motherfucker is wonderful.
Well, if you insist. Yeah, I'm Teddy on Twitter and Discord mostly, and I code silly shit that people ask me to, like Tuesday Bot in Sasha's Discord, or I helped code LizardBot for twitter.com/hourlylizards, among some other knickknacks. So, you know, that's cool. That's kind of it. I don't do too much. I sometimes I appear in other people's streams too, I guess.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Wonder when that's gonna happen again next time.
Who knows?
So there in chat is our raid message. Penitent 1, I hope you enjoyed this cool experience. By helping the evil... Fuck this. Penitent 1, I'm the parrot from Aladdin. Fucking stab me. Who the fuck are we gonna raid out? Who the fuck are we gonna raid?
That's a fantastic question.
The raid dialogue will not even open. Oh. I mean, there's homies we can do it with. Let me open up my Twitch. Motherfucking, you know what? I've been meaning to raid the homie Berry Cat. I haven't raided them in a very long time. I know, I think this is a good way to pick back up and say, hey, I'm still here. Good to see you are too, homie. This will be good. So, Ted, would you like to give last goodbyes to chat? And chat, would you like to give last goodbyes to Ted and I as I bring us on to the end screen and play us out for the night?
Yeah, thank you for having me. And remember, everyone, analyzing media is cool because it lets you appreciate your media.
Absolutely. Remember to, no matter what anybody tells you, feel free to talk about the shit that you're into, find ways to be passionate about it, and see things in it that nobody else does. That's the most important lesson. All right. I'm going to bring us on down to the end screen. So, Ted, I will return to you shortly.
Yep.
You think you could just do that and I won't know what you're doing?
What do you mean?
We will unpack this later. Alright, so let me put this shit in. We are gonna raid the motherfucker Berry Cat. Who, if I remember correctly after checking some roles, Barry actually goes by they, she. Pronouns they, she. So respect those pronouns, don't be weird, don't be a dick, be a good ambassador for our community. As I always say, if you fuck up there, I'm not letting you back in here. Simple as that. That being said, if you would like to see more streams, come back this Tuesday for Stalker. This Sunday, I haven't booked anything ahead because I'm not sure if I even have the night free because I might have a night shift. If I don't, I'm going to try and pull a shift out impromptu and have some fun with that night, if I can. I have a couple of ideas, and these are all going to be at 8 p.m. EST as normal. Follow my Twitter and my About section for updates on what I'm streaming, or you can come join our Discord server and hang out with us there. That being said, I think that's all we have for the night. Thank you all so much for coming down and joining us tonight. It's been an absolute blast hanging with you all. We're going to head into Berry Cat's channel soon. With that, I will see you all later. Be good to yourselves, be safe, keep doing your best. Pripyat City Hate Crew for life. Peace the fuck out. Free Bailey.